What is going on, everyone? We're here. We're a little bit late, but that's because there was stuff going on. Sports world. As you guys know, I have a little something to do with the Sports Wars channel for Geeks and Gamers as well. So trying to pay attention to what was going on there. But good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know wherever you are. Maybe it's evening for you. Maybe it's morning for you somewhere. I don't fucking know. But whatever it is, I'm glad you're here because we have a lot of shit to talk about today. There has been a lot of stuff going on, whether we're talking about Star Wars, whether we're talking about the newest installation of the MCU, Wandavision, and everyone's reaction to that. I didn't put it in the title, but I'm sure I'm going to talk about it at some point, a little bit about DC and some news we got about Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is no longer episodic. It is just the straight as intended 4-hour movie, which is absolutely insane. And then we've also got to talk about a few other things. You thought it was a sports channel? Nah, this is not a sports channel. Even though I almost went live here for Sports Wars earlier today, that would have been a great mistake, but not exactly, not exactly unexpected. I do that from time to time, accidentally almost go live on the wrong channel because I have access to way too many channels, and that's a big problem. Let's just be real. Get that out, pull it up so I can see what you guys are saying. All right, for you, it's 0:50 in the morning. That's nice. That's nice. NanoCan. That's where the hell do you live? Geezer Bowl is on. Yes, Tippy Tail McKitty. The two oldest quarterbacks in the league are playing right now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if Tom Brady can succeed this time where he's failed the past couple times against Drew Brees this year. I see Megatron in the chat. I see Jade Shadow saying that I'm going to be late. Yeah. Chaos Dragonite is here. What's up, Chaos Dragonite? Trey is here. My man, Trey. Where's Starscream? I don't know. I saw someone asking, TJ Levy, guys, what is Ryan's sports channel? Yeah, it is Sports Wars. Sports Wars is the one you're looking for. Now, I don't have the Mountain Dew, but I do have a banquet. We're going banquet tonight, boys, because Cobra Kai. Just a normie says, Ryan Kinel, the god of the EU. I don't know about god of the EU. I actually have a EU-centric video coming up. Hopefully, I can get it out in the next couple of days. I'm going to be pretty busy the later half of next week, so I want to try to get out before that. But I have an EU-centric video talking about the direction they're trying to go. Open airlock policy. Tim, he made a video about the Thrawn trilogy and how it doesn't really make any sense for them to do that. I kind of wanted to piggyback off that a little bit, and I think that would. I'm thinking about making a very EU-centric video. I know a lot of people would like that. We got people in Ireland. Got people all over the place. 3:50 a.m. Interesting. Joshua Sam for $1.99. What's up, Ryan? How are you today? Joshua, I'm doing great, buddy. Boom. There we go. A banquet. Ain't nothing better than a banquet. Nothing. Well, I mean, there's like pizza is probably better. Yeah, things like that. Nice. You're very good on things. I'd like to hear what your thoughts on the direction from what was to what is coming. We could have had something incredible with the Star Wars Expanded Universe if Disney had decided to build off that instead of tearing it down, but it is what it is. I wish we had what we had before. I just got out of the shower, so I don't even have my watch back on yet. That's why my hair's always floppy as shit, because I just get out of the shower when I come and talk to you guys on these afternoon streams. It's typically how it goes. Bud Light Platinum is better than Banquet. Oh, fuck you, Miyagi Fang. Fuck you. Come on. Can you flip? I don't understand how to do that. I've never done that. Ah, fuck. I hit myself in the head. So probably not that way. That's my best effort. Last of Us 2, Jeffrey. We are going to talk about Last of Us 2 because Oh man, every time I talk about Last of Us 2, these fucking Spurs come out of the woodwork. Anytime they can, they say, why are you still talking about it? Yet every time I make a video about it, you're right here watching it. You're right here boosting my algorithm. You're right here giving me money. Every time I talk about Last of Us 2. For all you Last of Us 2 haters out there. So yeah, we'll talk about it. Is it official that Luke is out High Republic in? No. All right. There are people out there. There's a lot of people right now that are trying to spread this thing about the High Republic being Kathleen Kennedy's baby. And they want to, like, Kathleen Kennedy's team on the High Republic is trying to subvert everything that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing in The Mandalorian. The High Republic has been in development forever. They specifically delayed it till after The Mandalorian so they could build off the hype from Luke Skywalker. It's not related. It's not even competing. These are books and comics. The Mandalorian's a TV show. And I get where people are coming from. I get where people are coming from wanting to really play up the division in Lucasfilm. And I mean, there is division at Lucasfilm. There are people there that prefer what John and Dave are doing to what Kathleen Kennedy is doing. But the idea that, like, the High Republic is Kathleen Kennedy's baby, that's just not true. It's just like anything else. She hires people to run projects. That's what she did here. She wasn't involved in creating the High Republic any more than she was involved in creating Mandalorian, other than hiring people to do it. That's what she is. That's what she does. Typically, she hires people that align with her way of thinking to get this job done. In the case of Jon Favreau, what I think happened is that Kathleen Kennedy saw that, like, they needed a win. She's getting a lot of pressure from Bob Iger, a lot of pressure from Lucasfilm, or from people to make sure Lucasfilm has a successful launch on Disney Plus because they need it to, because they have failed so much. So she went out and got somebody who she knew was going to be well-versed in creating a little universe like this, Jon Favreau, who started it off in the MCU. That's totally what I think happened. Brought him on board. Dave Filoni, who knows a lot about Star Wars, even if I don't agree with a lot of what he does and the changes that he makes to continuity. You know, they got these people together and they made The Mandalorian. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. I bet KK doesn't know the High Republic characters. No, I guarantee it. I guarantee she doesn't. She probably knows, like, Avar Kriss because she is, like, the main character and it's a woman, so she probably knows. But other than that, not really. Like, books and comics are such a small deal compared to the TV show. Like, and this is one of the things that has been frustrating to me a little bit over the past several weeks, like since the High Republic launch and everyone talking about it. I've been buying books, and specifically Star Wars books, for 20 years, you know, actually going to the store myself and getting them. And the idea that anyone would think that it would be on the same level as The Mandalorian, still, it's not. It's simply not. Now, the High Republic, and people are talking discounts, we're going to get into all that shit. So I'll let more people get in. We're going to dive into High Republic and a lot of things that are going on, a lot of the messages that people are trying to send, things like that. Gerald Armstrong for $5. Johnny Lawrence approves of your Coors Banquet. R.I.P. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, what the fuck, man? Like, Patrick Mahomes, they barely got touched. He barely got touched. You mind shaving your beard off someday? Maybe. We'll see. Probably eventually. Probably whenever I leave the job I'm at now and maybe try to go get a new job. Maybe so I don't look so scraggly. Maybe so I look a little more representable. Yeah, maybe I'll shave then. But not for a little bit. Joshua Sam for $2. Where are your bags of Doritos? Cool Ranch is great. I don't have any Doritos up here right now. No Doritos. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I like Cool Ranch, but nacho cheese is superior. Superior. Max P 123 ABC for £5. Not a Star Wars fan, but hate what Disney did. I liked early Game of Thrones and glad showrunners aren't doing those High Republic films. Love your Last of Us 2 vids. Thanks. Well, thank you, Max P123ABC. I appreciate you coming here. Appreciate you supporting. Yeah. That's awesome. But someone said I got the Jack Dorsey look. I got the Jack Dorsey, Osama bin Laden look. I don't think so. Not quite there. Yeah, Dick, I keep it short on the sides and then just grow it out here. Short on the sides and then grow it out here. That's kind of what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. Chris Arcella for $2. I quote, retweet your live stream to get the word out. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate your constant support, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. You know, before we get into Star Wars, because that is probably going to be like the dominant. There's a couple things to talk about. There's bitch Justina Ireland running a blockchain on people because she doesn't want. She thinks that she's being hated on because she's black and a woman. No, in reality, you're being hated because you're a racist bitch. That's the bottom line. It's all the things you've said in the past. It's the fact that you said if you don't like my politics, you're not going to enjoy my books, so don't even buy it. That's the reason why people are coming out and criticizing you. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're black or that you're a woman in any way, shape, or form. But of course, she has to play perpetual victim. Why don't we get started with Last of Us 2 stuff? Because, you know, like I said, there's nothing that makes me happier than when these fucking Last of Us 2 fans freak out. And, you know, they probably go home and complain to their parents that, you know, that someone online doesn't like their opinion. And their parents are like, what the fuck are your pronouns? Why do you have pronouns in your bio? You're a fucking dude. What the fuck is this shit? That's probably what happens to the majority of Last of Us Part 2 stands. 2020 game sales. Let me check this out. Where did I want it? I want VG charts. No, I wanted this one right here. All right. We have it. I don't know why I didn't pull this up before. That's kind of stupid of me. Kind of dumb of me. Now, this chart here, we're going to talk about Last of Us 2 sales. We've been talking a lot about Last of Us 2 over the past, I don't know, 6 months. Since the leaks happened, everyone realized that Naughty Dog had lied to everyone about this game from the very start. It was not a journey about Joel and Ellie Part 2. No, in fact, Joel gets killed less than 2 hours into the game, and you play as his killer. It is a story about Ellie and Abby, the most unlikable character maybe in video game history. The character that even Laura Bailey, the voice actor, said she fucking hated Abby. She said that in an interview just a couple weeks ago, right? So this happens. We realize that Naughty Dog had to cover their tracks, to lie to you, to misrepresent what they're doing and false advertise. They changed trailers. They used older versions of Joel in the trailer that was an actual flashback in the game with a young version of Joel to make you think it would be an Ellie and Joel adventure, when in fact it wasn't. Because they knew if they sold this to you as Ellie and this random character, this bitch who kills Joel, no one would fucking buy their game. We talked about all the stacks and stacks of unsold Last of Us Part 2 sitting on shelves, rotting on shelves. It is still that way, in fact. The vast majority of stores out there have barely sold 50% of their inventory. Barely 50% of their inventory, with the rest of it just sitting there. Dozens and dozens of copies in the backs of stores, on the front shelves of stores. They can't get rid of them. They can't sell them because no one wants them. But those count as sold because they're at the store. They can't return them. They got to do what they got to do. So with that in mind, here are the top selling games of 2020. Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Animal Crossing, Madden, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then this is what all the Last of Us Part 2 fans, all the Naughty Dog cocksuckers were so excited about. The Last of Us Part 2 at number 6, ahead of Ghost of Tsushima. Look, BTFO'd. You got destroyed. Look. When in reality, we all know what the truth is. We all know what the truth is. We know that the physical sales are skewed. They have been skewed the entire time because we have not gotten an update since that 4 million number, have we? Since that opening week, 4 million copies. It broke record. We sold over 4 million copies. You know, with all these other places, when they hit these milestones, they make these announcements. Not so with Naughty Dog. Not so with Naughty Dog. That's strange, isn't it? That's very strange. Maybe because they haven't really sold many more physical copies to stores. It's probably all been just the digital downloads that happened since then. The physical copies just sitting there on the shelves, rotting. Well, you know something you can't spin? You know something that you can't spin are actual downloads, because if someone pays for a game and they download it, you can't spin that. There are no digital downloads sitting on the shelves anywhere that count towards this number. So I thought that was interesting, because a day before, we got word of this. Ghost of Tsushima beats Last of Us 2 as the most downloaded PlayStation 4 exclusive of 2020. Imagine my shock that when you can't spin the numbers, when you can't use these rotting copies that are on the shelves, Ghost of Tsushima wins. And you can see, indeed, Ghost of Tsushima at number 5, The Last of Us Part 2 at number 6, PlayStation downloads. That is a BTFO right there. You can't spin that. You can't explain that away. That is just the bottom line, the hard fucking evidence from Sony themselves. And it's not really a surprise. When we look at whenever the fans have a chance to decide, whenever the fans are given their voice, they choose Ghost of Tsushima. Whether it's on Metacritic, whether it's at the Game Awards. People loved Ghost of Tsushima. The Last of Us Part 2 split audiences. A lot of people fucking despise that game. It's not to say they don't have their fans. They definitely do. They definitely do have some weirdo fans. But for the most part, it's safe to say the majority of the community fucking had a big problem with this game. And when you think about it, the fact that they're even competing with Ghost of Tsushima, a new IP, this was the most highly anticipated game other than Cyberpunk of 2020. The sequel to a game that sold 20 million copies. This one, I don't know, maybe around 5, maybe 6 right now if they're lucky, somewhere hovering around there if you include the physical sales. That is an embarrassment for Naughty Dog to even be in this competition, let alone losing to a new IP like Ghost of Tsushima. But, you know how it is. The Last of Us 2 fans, they're still going to be like, I can't believe you made a video saying you think that the physical sales are wrong. How dare you? Well, because I know I have evidence. I have facts. I have statements from people that got 175 games shipped to them. Still have 80 left after 6 months, with virtually none sold over these extreme holiday sales. Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Tsushima on sale for $50. Last was Part 2 on sale for $20. It's an embarrassment for Naughty Dog, but that is what they are. Neil Druckmann is an embarrassment. Naughty Dog is an embarrassment. They have destroyed this franchise, because anything that they had, any hope of momentum moving forward, has been destroyed. That's just what it is. You can't argue it. The fact they're even in a competition with Ghost of Tsushima is embarrassing for them. And as someone who predicted that over time, Ghost of Tsushima would sell more than Last of Us Part 2, man, seems like it was a pretty good prediction, isn't it? It's going to take a while before we actually see the reality of these physical sales, actual hard numbers, rather than just a chart. But very interesting indeed. Rest in piss, Naughty Dog. Yeah, I agree, Trey. I agree. All right, let me see if I got any super chat. I see the fuck Naughty Dog emotes in the chat. Yeah, fuck Naughty Dog. We still got the merch. The merch is still selling because people hate Naughty Dog. And just for some background, right? If you guys are new to the channel, if you're not sure, why is this guy so mad at Naughty Dog? Listen, I was looking forward to Last of Us Part 2. I was. And I was looking forward to Last of Us Part 2, because I enjoyed Last of Us. It was one of my favorite games, but I'm like, hey, what's going to happen next? The game is well made. You can't deny that. It's incredibly well made. It's polished because it's not an open world, right? You're basically on tracks. You can only go so many places. So, I was looking forward to it. And then we start hearing these things about Neil Druckmann's agenda, how he's inspired by Anita Sarkeesian, how he wanted to tell a story that, some people weren't going to agree with it, but that's okay. They can fuck off, basically. That's what he said. And then the leaks happen. The leaks happen where everyone discovered that Abby kills Joel very early in the game. Then you have to play as Abby. and try to beat the shit out of Ellie. And a lot of people had a problem with that. I made videos talking about this and the backlash surrounding it. Right? And the backlash surrounding it. And what happened? Well, Naughty Dog didn't like that very much. Naughty Dog abused YouTube's DMCA system. They false copyright struck my channel twice. And they false copyright struck me on the Gaming with Geeks channel, along with a bunch of other people. But I was sitting there on the brink of disaster, on the brink of getting my channel terminated because these bitches wanted to hide what was going on. They wanted to silence me because I was critical of the game. And that is when I went full-blown fuck Naughty Dog. Fuck these people. Fuck these losers for putting this divisive shit in a game, knowing it's divisive, saying it will be divisive, and then when it's divisive, turn around and claim victim. Fuck you, Neil Druckmann. Fuck you, Naughty Dog. Always and forever. That's just the way it is. And if you're new to the channel, maybe that might explain a little bit. Maybe that might explain a little bit of why I feel that way. They didn't intend to false copyright, though. What is that? They didn't intend to false copyright, though. Well, you know, Bob, there are a couple legally required things that you must do when you file a copyright strike. They didn't do those things. They didn't tell me what content I violated. They didn't give me timestamps like they are legally required to do in both occasions. Not until I said, I'm taking you to court, motherfuckers, if you don't drop this shit, did they contact me and reach out and say, well, if you just, if you clip this out, we'll be fine with that. I said, go fuck yourselves. Waited for them to not take me up, not take me to court because I knew they didn't have a case. I knew it was completely within fair use. Sure as shit, 10 business days later, my videos are back up because Naughty Dog knew exactly what they were doing. They were trying to silence people to make sure that the blowback wasn't as bad. They wanted to keep people quiet for as long as they could because they knew they lied to everyone. Let me catch up with some super chats. By the way, Ryan, I watched the replay of your Gaming with Geek podcast from last night. I saw a priceless face expression by Mark. I posted and tagged you. I think I liked that, Chris. I saw that. It was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Mikey Guster for $5. Hey, Ryan, did you happen to look in the Snyder Cut drama after Sports Wars? Yes, I did, Mikey. I did. So, yeah, it is going to be coming out the 4-hour full movie instead of episodic. I don't really understand why. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why things changed. I'm down for that. I think it would be better for HBO Max if they released it episodic, but it was intended to be just one long movie. It wasn't intended to have these cliffhangers that kind of had to be re-edited in. I'm glad that that's not going to happen, actually. So I'm glad we're going to see it the way that it kind of should have been seen. That's what I see. Anna's in the chat, so shave yo face. How dare you? How dare you, Anna? Everyone's saying that they love it. Not everyone, but 10 people. 10 people. Well, hold on. Bob, did you say, hold on. Did you say I was sending death threats? Is that what you said? Where's that at? Somebody just said you were sending death threats. Let me find your dumb fucking ass here. Give me a second. You were sending death threats. Find me one example. Find me one example ever of me sending death threats. It can't even come close. No threats whatsoever of any kind. I criticize shit. I make fun of these people. I call Neil Druckmann a fucking cuck, a fucking loser, a bitch, a cocksucker. None of that is a death threat in any way, shape, or form. I've never condoned any death threats. I have said that, death threats, there are weirdos like you, weirdos that have a fucking random picture of a penguin in your profile picture, right? Losers like you, fucking nutcases who, because they're anonymous online, they are going to say bullshit. They're going to send death threats. I get them sometimes. That happens. It's the internet. I don't think it's that big of a deal because I don't take it seriously. But I would never condone anyone sending death threats to anyone specifically over a video game. I've said that numerous times, but you're just a stupid cuck Naughty Dog fan. That's what you are. This is how you people think. You are so fucking simple-minded that you can't understand. You just want to push this blame on everybody. Oh, well, you were sending death threats. Oh, well, you must be transphobic. Oh, well, you must be homophobic. Oh, well, you must be a bigot. That's how all of you stupid fuckers are. That's why you're a laughingstock. That's why you're an embarrassment. The same people that go around harassing people like, say, Gina Carano. I think there's a lot of crossover between people harassing someone like Gina Carano and Last of Us 2 stans. I'm not talking about just people that like Last of Us 2. Some people did really like Last of Us 2, and that's fine. I'm talking about the weirdos like you, the stans that just spend your entire day with Naughty Dog's cock all the way down your throat while you tickle their balls so you can suck them off, while Neil Druckmann is fucking you in the ass. And you gargle, give me more. That's what you say. I don't know. It's some weird shit you're into, Bob. I don't know. But there it is. All right. Let me catch up with the super chats. I got a little distracted. All right, Bob. Have a good day, Bob. Joshua Sam for $5. Naughty Dog was trending a few days ago because the SJWs really want Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog to make a Star Wars game. Yeah, I did see that. And listen, you know, as far as I've said this before, as far as the game itself, right? You know, I have issues with any Naughty Dog engine as far as melee and the shooting combat goes. But as far as like the polish and things like that, Naughty Dog's pretty darn good. They make some pretty tight games, to be honest with you. But they are all about the story. That is what it's all about. Now, for Uncharted, it's a little bit more of the kind of, you know, adventure type of feel to it, as well as that really narrative-driven thing to pull you in. But it's really all about the story when it comes down to any Naughty Dog game. And that would be the thing that I would have a big problem with, especially after everything that happened. Mexican Iron Man, what's up, my brother, for $10. Just saw Jeremy's video. I'm triggered like a June bug on a Georgia piece in a... Hold on. Let me reread this. I see Bionic Belly Button in the chat with the fuck Naughty Dog emote. Thank you, Bionic Belly Button. Mexican Iron Man for $10. Just saw Jeremy's video. I'm triggered like a June bug on a Georgia piece in an August tornado storm. I'm triggered. Hail RK Outpost, a.k.a. the channel of peace and meditation love. Lol, not so much. Yeah, maybe not quite. Maybe not quite right there. Yeah, maybe if you sent that during the rant, I don't know if that really applies. But thank you for all your support, Mexican Iron Man. You're awesome. Blue-Eyed Scorpio for $2. I didn't intend to send this super chat. Yeah, that's about the same energy. That's about the same energy. Chris Arcella for $5. You may have missed it, Ryan. Bob said you sent death threats using different accounts. LMAO, since when do you use different accounts? I can tell you, here are all the accounts I have. I'll tell you right now, all the accounts I have on YouTube. I have Ryan Kinel, RK Outpost. I have RK Outpost Live. I also obviously have access to Geeks and Gamers and Sports Wars and Gaming with Geeks. That's it. So unless any of those that you're talking about came from those things, I think you're full of shit. I also think you're full of cock because it's probably what's in your ass and your mouth. Boma Film for $5. LMAO Bob getting cooked. Yeah, we needed a good roast. We needed a good roast. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while, but it feels good now. It always feels good. Angry Vader for $3. Have some money after that roast. Thank you, Angry Vader. Anthony Arribas for $3. Take my $2 for stomping that weirdo out. Thank you, Anthony Arribas. Listen, if I could monetize just insulting people, I'd probably have a YouTube channel and call it Ryan Kinel RK Outpost. Heroic Avenger 96 for $5. Bob's sock account just commented with a crowned LeBron Avi. It all makes sense now. Oh, for real? Dude, I swear to God. The people the people that hate me, it's Last of Us 2 fans and LeBron fans. Those are like the majority of the pushback that I get. It is so fucking weird. It is so fucking weird, but it's all right. Same energy, dickless. Raging Rhino for Aussie 299. What's up, Rhino? That rant deserves this. Let the hate flow. Lol. Yes, I will. I will indeed. Peter Hahn, Canadian $2. Coors Banquet greater than Budweiser. I agree. I do like Budweiser. I see Drunk 3PO in the chat. God, it makes me burp, though. Drunk 3PO says they follow you everywhere. They do indeed, my friend. I don't even get it. I don't know how. They're just subscribed to all my shit. Mexican Iron Man with the screaming Ryan emotes. Thank you. Angry Vader for $3.99. Is that a Coors Banquet you're drinking? Fuck yeah, it is, brother. Johnny Lawrence. That is the reason. John Connor says hat boners are real. I think you mean, oh, hate. I was going to say, I was trying to figure out what a hat boner was. I mean, I do have like 200 hats, so I've gotten a hat boner. I ain't going to lie. It's like, oh my God, I really need that hat. God damn. Jacob for $2. Bob is still accusing you. Lol, he won't leave. Well, we gave him, listen, we gave him more attention than he deserved, probably. And that's the thing you got to understand about people like that. And that's really what's so sad. And you really got to pity them. I will still make fun of them, but I'll pity them as well. The worst part, the most sad part is for people like that. It is being here, having me literally take my pants down, shove my dick down your throat, then shit on you, right? Having that, and then the entire chat. 500 people here, smash a like button, share the stream. 500 people here telling you what an idiot you are, how much you suck, how much you're trash, how much you're a joke. That is better for these people than their regular lives. You know what I mean? That is the thing. That being here, having that, is more entertaining. That is better for them than to go back to their regular life and realize that they have nothing. So you got to feel a little pity. And if I can help you with that, Bob, right? If I can help your life get just that much better than your regular shitty existence, by all means, I will oblige you. No problem, buddy. No problem. All right, where am I at? Final Yaxer for $5. Hey, partner, just got in, was wondering what you're drinking now. And do you have a favorite whiskey? I don't know why I said that entire thing like I'm a cowboy. I just said, hey, partner, so just got into it. Hey, partner, just rolled into town and was wondering what you're drinking now. You have a favorite whiskey? Yeah, so I'm drinking Coors. Everyone's asking what I'm drinking. Coors Banquet beer. If I had to say my favorite whiskey, let's see. I just drink Jack Daniels. Like, that is my go-to. If I go to a place, I'll get Jack Daniels. I do like Gentleman Jack if I'm just going to sip it. I have this that I quite enjoy, Basil Hayden's. I do like Jack Daniels Single Barrel quite a bit. I'll drink really anything, though. I'm not, like, picky. I'll drink almost any whiskey. Oh, with Crown Royal. Ooh, Crown Royal Black is pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. I think we're all caught up with the super chats. I think that I'm a closet Texan. Maybe. That Canadian Crown Royal. I do like Crown Royal, yeah. Jack and Coke. I love Jack. Oh, Jack and Coke. I will suck the shit out of some Jack and Coke. I don't know why I phrased it that way. I meant suck down, and then I said suck the shit out of, but that's fine. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's move on. I've got a little distracted. We've lost some people in the chat after I made fun of Bob too much. So let's continue on. Let's continue on and talk about Star Wars a little bit and talk about Justina Ireland, the High Republic in general. Now, The High Republic is an interesting thing. We started off this way by talking about the High Republic because there's people out there that want to try to say that, or they think they have the understanding that they think the High Republic was supposed to be on par with the Mandalorian, that it was supposed to be as many people as excited for the High Republic as the Mandalorian, and they think that it's some great disappointment because it's not. And that's just like crazy. That's crazy to me. That's insane. That's nuts. That was never the case. Star Wars books and comics are just not consumed by nearly as many people as the TV show, as the movies. Not even close. It is a fraction. As someone who has spent a good portion of their life, right? A good portion of their life collecting Star Wars books, I can tell you from personal experience that there's just not a whole lot of people that are into it when you compare the rest of the Star Wars fandom. So, and I get it's fun because it's like, oh, wow, The Mandalorian was well received by a lot of people excited about it. And then the High Republic drops and it seems like no one wants. Yeah, they're books and comics. I will say this, though. I have actually seen a ton of people reading this book that have probably never read a Star Wars book in their life. And the reason is it's because it released right after The Mandalorian. Lucasfilm strategically delayed the High Republic. It was supposed to come out right before season 2 of The Mandalorian. They delayed it, even though they didn't need to. The books were ready. Everything was ready to go. They delayed this shit till after because they knew that The Mandalorian would hype up Star Wars fans. It would get Star Wars fans more excited and more engaged and talking about it more than they have in a long time. And that would result in them selling more. And it did. It did. The bottom line is it did. Now, are those still pathetic sales numbers? Yeah, probably in comparison to what they should be at. But I've heard a lot of talk about the shipments to stores. We just talked about shipments of video games and the shipments to stores when it comes to the comic books. I want to talk about that again because the High Republic has claimed 200,000 copies sold. Well, that really means shipped. We've talked about this a lot in the comic book industry and the video game industry. That shipped number is important. They play these games. They make you order a bunch of variants. And evidently, and at the end of the day, the stores end up with a lot of unsold comics. That's just how it is. But I think it's important to compare. Woodford Reserve is good as hell, Hyborian Age. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think it's important to compare. Now, let's see if I can look it up. January 2020 comic book sales. I think really the only thing you can do with this is compare it to other things, right? Compare it to other things. Now, when I go back to a year ago, exactly a year ago, we had a relaunch of Star Wars #1, right? We had a relaunch of Star Wars, the Star Wars Marvel title, relaunched, whole new era at #1. It only shipped 100,000. You know? So, and that number is fake too. It's the same way. They're doing the same shit. Marvel's doing the same shit they have been doing for years as far as their techniques for, you know, for shipping all this stuff. So the High Republic, although we know it didn't sell 200,000 because you can see the copy sitting at stores, it shipped double what their mainline Star Wars relaunch did at #1. That is a win for Disney Star Wars, right? That doesn't mean a lot of people are into it. That doesn't mean it's any good, but that means that Star Wars has got a lot of attention. That's simply like that's how it is. And I feel like I'm raining on people's parade when I say that because there's so many people that just want it to just be not only woke and terrible, but also no one has bought it at all. And you know, it's just simply not exactly the case. It's a little more complicated than that. And, you know, when it comes to the books, that's another thing. And the books got on the bestsellers list. But, of course, you can go to a Barnes & Noble. Now, my Barnes & Noble is all sold out. They don't have any more Light of the Jedi or Justina Ireland books. Amazon was sold out of both of them for a while. I think Light of the Jedi may be back in stock. But, you know, Light of the Jedi was selling. It was in the top 13 in Audible, Kindle, and hardcover. You know, I think that's a success for them. I think that's what they wanted. The real question with all of this, because they got all this attention, all these people that have never picked up a Star Wars book before, don't know what this shit is, picked it up to try it out because they're excited about Star Wars again. Will those people keep reading the High Republic? The answer to that is no. They will not, because the story is not good. But I do think that, like, to just say that, like, just the idea that it's a huge disappointment for Disney, I don't think that's true. I think they're probably pretty happy with what they got, considering how no one has given a shit about these Star Wars books in years. That's the truth. And I know, like, let me check this real quick. All right. Sorry. I see you said something, Chris. You said something about your super chat. I did read the one about Mark. I think it was when you were gone, maybe. But you said that you said, watch the replay of your Game of the Geeks podcast, saw the priceless face expression by Mark. I posted and tagged you. Thank you, Chris. I did see that, buddy. Thank you. And when the idea that it's on sale already too, I've seen a lot of people talking about that. That, again, I've been buying Star Wars books for a long time. I've been buying regular books. All my other books, I probably have about 9 to 10 boxes full of books from all whole sorts of different genres. Hardcover new releases are virtually always discounted. On Amazon, they're typically discounted between 20 and 30%. At Target, they're discounted at 30%. And at Barnes & Noble, they're typically discounted at 20%. If you are a Barnes & Noble member, you get an additional 10% off that price. So that's my experience. That's what I've seen. That's normal. I was fighting with some people on Twitter, that were saying, oh, well, why would Amazon do that? They wouldn't need to put it on sale if it was moving. Think of it like if you go to a JCPenney or you go to a Kohl's, there's some things that'll always be full price. There just is. But there's a lot of other things that it'll never be the price that it is on that tag. It's always 50% off, if not more, because that's just the strategy that they have going out there. Book sales, specifically hardcover book sales. Paperback, little bit different. But hardcover new releases nearly always launch with these big discounts to sell more, to get more people interested, and to get more people talking about it so they can get and slap bestseller on their book. That is a big part of this whole thing too. They discount it so that they sell more, so that they can put bestseller on it, which gives it some sort of weight, even though it really doesn't mean that much anymore. So that's all part of the strategy. And I know it may seem strange to see that, but to me, that was pretty normal in my experience. So I did want to get that out there and say that to everybody. I'm not going to make a video specifically about that, but I wanted to get that statement out there. Let me catch up with the super chat really quick. Roger Haynes for Canadian $1.99 thumbs up sticker. Thank you, Roger. Chris Arcella for $2. I think you may have missed my super chat about Mark. I got it, Chris. Don't worry. Anthony Arribas for $2. Just realized no more RK3PO stream. Well, Jay's been doing his Thursday night Drunk Cobra Theory streams. I think we'll probably see more of those. I don't really know. He may move them to Wednesday. I'm not sure. But I hope, I hope the Drunk 3PO wants to come back on my channel. I hope he comes on today. But yeah, we'll get some RK3PO started back up. Don't worry. Don't worry. Open Airlock says, criticizing things for the wrong reasons takes away from criticizing legitimate things. I agree. And that's, I kind of feel like a downer almost, like taking people's fun away. I love shitting on Disney Star Wars, and I will always shit on Disney Star Wars for what I feel like are the right reasons. But also if I see something, I'm gonna talk about it. If I see something that I think they're getting criticism for that they shouldn't necessarily, that I think is normal, I'm going to talk about that too. Because that's my perspective. That's who I am. That's who I will always be. So I'm going to try to continue doing that. I don't like defending them in any way, but it is what it is. Alex McCarthy for $1 with 100. Thank you, Alex McCarthy. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. But, Justina Ireland, why don't we talk about that person? Justina Ireland, who decided to run a big blockchain on a bunch of people. Let's see if I can find this. Disney Star Wars is dumb. You're a fair guy. Well, thank you, Lord Vader. I appreciate that. Justina Ireland. Gird your loins for the damseling of Justina Ireland. Yes, I want that. Hatred for whites. Yes, Kelly Sue DeConnick. Oh, there's so many. God, Ichibaka is so fucking good right now with these Justina Ireland things. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe to Ichibaka because he is awesome. Real quick, I see a super chat from Bionic Belly Button for $10. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on women in the 50s. What were their jobs again? Yeah, that is from Friday Night Tights. So yeah, listen, we may talk a little bit about WandaVision. I put it in the thumbnail, so I do want to briefly mention it at least. But there's a piece on the Mary Sue about people complaining about women in the 50s, like about all the things that women had to do in the 50s. And I said, listen, women had it easy. In the 50s, all a woman had to do was cook and get fucked. That was it. Seems like a pretty easy job to me. I would think more women would want to go back to the 50s. I don't know. That's just how I see it. So I think that's what Bionic Belly Button is referencing. Am I still doing EU Book Club? We are still doing EU Book Club. I think Deceived is next. I think Deceived is next. I don't know whose channel it's on, but I should probably tweet that out. But I do believe it's the Old Republic Deceived is the one that is the one we will be doing next. So thank you for this super chat. One shot for $5. So WandaVision, I love it. However, it is a show that you can tell was made to be released all at once. I don't think the weekly format is going to work. You know what I think about WandaVision? I think that WandaVision, I applaud it. I applaud it for being different. Because my biggest criticism of the MCU is everything feels the same. All the characters felt the same. All the movies started to feel very much alike. Whereas in the beginning, you had Iron Man, you had Thor, you had Captain America. Those all felt like very different movies and characters. Now, of course, the overarching plot of a superhero origin story, yeah, it's going to be pretty similar to everything. Yeah, we get that. But the movies had a different feel. So that's what made Avengers so special when they all came together. And then you have Winter Soldier that feels very different. You know, that felt really grounded for a superhero movie, like a spy movie. And I really dug it. And then you have Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a laugh fest. So very different from each other. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is what changed everything. Because after that, after it really started going, they really started making a shit ton of money. Everything in the MCU started to feel like a very similar outline. All the movies, all of a sudden the Thor movie became Thor Ragnarok. It became a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, a funny movie. Ha 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 ha. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, to me, seemed to kind of forget about everything that happened. You know, everything that happened that made us love Guardians of the Galaxy. And we're just like, oh, the reason people love it must just because it's funny. Let's just do that like 100,000 times over. And Guardians of the Galaxy 2, to me, was very weak. So the fact that WandaVision is different is a good thing. I don't like it so far, but I still appreciate it for being different. When they developed WandaVision, this is what I'll tell you. They didn't expect theaters to be like this. They didn't expect to be losing money at parks being closed down. They didn't expect any of this. You know, if they knew this would happen, WandaVision would not exist the way it does. I guarantee you, because WandaVision is a risk. WandaVision is a big risk that people do not like the way that they do it. So that is what I think about WandaVision, that it wasn't really intended to be this big risk. It just so happened to coincide with everything shutting down. This is going to be the first thing out. So I hope that it gets better. I'm sure there's going to be a big payoff at the end, but I never need to watch these first 2 episodes ever again. And we'll get more into that a little bit later. I see Jeremy in the chat. Jeremy's watching Tom Brady, and I just saw Mike Evans scored a touchdown. I don't know what the score is right now. Better content than Drunk 3PO. Not as good as Mike Zero, though. Well, thank you, Jeremy. No one can live up to the the legend that is Mike Zero, and no one ever will. No one ever will. Eventually he will be right about everything. Mike Zero just makes shit up. I think we all know that, but his thumbnails are great. And turns out he's going to be right. Luke Skywalker came back. Oh, Civil War within Lucasfilm. Oh, Mace Windu may be coming back. Oh, Anakin's coming back. Everything Mike Zero said is true from a certain point of view. Null White for $5. Rich women in the 50s had it easy. Both my grandmothers had to work on top of kids, cook, and cleaning. There you go, Null White. See, Null White says he would have been happy if his grandparents could have just stayed home, but they had to work. So, 10-6 Buccaneers. Hell yeah. Tom Brady. We'll see how it happens there. We'll see how it happens there. Now, back to Justina Ireland. Let's roast this bitch real quick. Now, Justina Ireland has been trying to play victim for a very long time. I want to see if I can find this. God, she made a fucking tweet about... I wish I could find that shit. God, I don't remember. We'll start with this one. I probably shouldn't show that username. All right, here we go. Justina Ireland is one of the writers for the High Republic. Justina Ireland happens to be black and happens to be female. That has nothing to do with how stupid she is or the racist shit she tweets. But Justina Ireland wants to pretend that the reason she is receiving so much criticism is because she is a black woman. My unfiltered mentions are full of people who are most definitely not angry about a black woman writing Star Wars. But these kind of emails are really on the argument, right? So that is what Justina Ireland said. One email of her getting harassment from some anonymous user, right? And now she is playing victim, is blocked, chain blocked, in fact, a shit ton of people. Justina Ireland says, hi, friends. A few of you have emailed to mention my mentions have become a war zone. So I run a chain block API to hopefully cut down on some of the noise. I'm really sorry to anyone else to come here just to talk Star Wars and ended up in Twitter warfare. Well, Justina Ireland, you don't talk about Star Wars on your Twitter. You talk about politics. You talk about racial shit. You talk about race baiting all the time. That is what you talk about, not Star Wars. Also, while I don't usually block folks because I don't care, I realize it sucks to log in and get randomly attacked. I hope this makes my corner of Twitter a little better for people who just want to have a good time and not argue their humanity. You know, for people that just want to log in, right, and not get randomly attacked, must make it hard when Justina Ireland is continuously talking about how much she despises white men, right? It must be really tough. If I had to stand, it would be white privilege, and it would look like middle-aged white dude and convince people I deserve things that I actually didn't. Lol. Did you fart? No, it's just me summoning my stand. White privilege. It's really hard not to be bitter about all the white people in publishing regurgitating the things black women have been saying for almost a decade, like it's new. Facebook is a trip because it's where you go to learn all the white people you knew back in the day didn't see you as human until the Today Show told them Black Lives Matter and their local Target burned down. You can just go through it. This is just in 2020. These are just a few tweets plucked out of 2020 from Justina Ireland talking about her distaste for white people. Woo, not gonna lie. Every time I see a white young adult author with a young adult with a brown girl on the cover, I cringe a little, like full body wince, just waiting for the inevitable. So, I mean, evidently she doesn't think that white people should be allowed to write for young people of color. Is that what you're saying? Are you allowed to write for white people, Justina? Maybe that's why you're doing what you're doing. You're doing everything you can to alienate a big portion of the Star Wars fan base with your vitriol, aren't you? Now, when talked to about this, or when asked about this is what she thinks. The problem is, if you don't like my politics and my beliefs and my moral compass, you aren't going to like my books. So let's just go ahead and save everyone some time. Translation: if you don't like it, don't buy it. That's what Justina Ireland is saying. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Oh, look at that. Look at that thumbnail. Hello, Justina Ireland. Just fucking bullshit. And that's the problem. One of the biggest problems right now with Disney Star Wars are these people like this that are still out there behaving this way on Twitter. Alienated an entire group of people because of the color of their skin or their political ideology. And then saying that if you don't like my politics, if you don't agree with me personally, don't buy my book. Don't buy my Star Wars book, please. Fuck you, Justina Ireland. Now, she ran a chain block on a shit ton of people. I have never once engaged with Justina Ireland. Never once engaged with her on Twitter. I typically don't. I don't really engage with a lot of people on Twitter, of like these people. I don't go out of my way to do that. I do make videos about them when they say some shit, when they do something and I feel like it needs to be mentioned. But I don't go out there and attack them on Twitter, any of that nonsense. But to not have to do that and to block likely thousands of Star Wars fans because you're getting criticized for your racist remarks, you're getting criticized for your alienating of a huge group of Star Wars fans, and then you're trying to play victim and say that it's because you're a black female that they don't like it. You're dog shit, Justina Ireland. You're one of the reasons that people will not read the High Republic, that people will fall out of the High Republic because they're going to get tired of this shit. But that's Disney Star Wars. And, you know, there are things about Disney Star Wars that seem to have gotten better. But there are also things like this that are exactly the fucking same. And we need to continue to talk about it. What are all these fucking notifications? Work fucking group text. God damn it. Not the Geeks and Gamers group text, my actual work. All right. One shot for $5. Also was disappointed to hear that Kevin Feige is not involved with anything in Star Wars besides the movie he is producing. Missed opportunity. You know, Kevin Feige is pretty fucking busy with Marvel. Like, the idea that people thought that he was just going to be able to do both, I think is kind of crazy. You know, I never realistically thought he would be able to do both. He's going to do a movie, you know. All right. I guess we'll see what happens. Who knows when it'll be set? No one has any idea. That's like 3-4 years away at this point. Who's excited for Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron? After Wonder Woman 84, I don't think anybody. Chris Neville says this chick is craving white D. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Joe Voss for $5 doesn't say anything, just a super chat. Thank you very much, Joe Voss. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate that. The High Ground Master says, every time I hear Ryan say fuck you in Ireland, I cry a little bit. Wait, you must be Irish, High Ground Master. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she has the surname of your country. I do apologize for that. But, you know, we are an hour into the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Over 500 people. Please, if you haven't already, smash a like button. Think about subscribing if you're new here. We're going to bring on some other people, right? We're going to bring on some other people here to talk more about Star Wars. More about Star Wars and a couple things that went on today. I want to see if Jay will hop on. I hope he does. He was in the chat earlier because I want to talk to him about a tweet that he sent out. I want to talk to him about a tweet that he sent out earlier. If you like Ryan's beard, smash the like. Well, don't, you know, if you don't like it, you can just leave the dislike alone. That's fine. You don't have to do the opposite. Becky says, bring Steph. I sent it. We'll see if she comes by. We'll see if she can come in. I hope she can. Benzo says, press 1 for Steph. Press 1. All right. I sent the link out, and I did get another super chat. So let me talk about that really quick. Anthony Arribas for $5. Marvel bringing back Chris Evans and Robert Downey tells me the whole wokeness BS is not working in their favor. What you think, Ryan? Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny that Marvel, Phase 4, it's going to be all about diversity and representation. We need to really uplift these female voices, these people of color, blah, 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 blah. Then when it turns out that no one's interested, no one gives a fuck about Eternals, if that thing ever comes out. No one gives a shit about that. No one gives a shit about Captain Marvel 2. So what do you do now? You go back to Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. The straight white, well, we can argue about straight when we're talking about Chris Evans if you want. But the white men who you built this franchise on the backs of, right? This MCU was built on the back of white men. But now you want to go diverse, right? Now that it's out there in the public, you want to push your agenda and all this stuff. But now it doesn't seem like people are interested. So you just bring in the white men that you built it off back. Isn't it ironic? Kevin Feige and Marvel, these virtue signalers, they don't care. If they're going to lose money, then it changes for them. And that's just how it is. Tick the check boxes. Yes, tick those check boxes. Now, let me get this here. Peter Hahn says, I am more straight than Chris Evans. Yeah, I'm just speculating. I'm just speculating. All right. Speaking of diversity, speaking of representation, you guys have been asking for females. I saw some people saying, are there ever any females here in the chat? Yeah, there are. There's the couple females. We got a couple in the chat. We're going to have a couple that we're going to have on stream. Mara, Jade.
Hello. Trim that beard. Trim that beard.
Why? What the fuck?
Just trim it. Not shave it. Just trim it a little bit.
No.
It's scraggly.
It is scraggly. It's growing it out. That's how you got to do it. You got to have a period of when you grow it out. You got to have a period of it looking a little scraggly, and then you can trim it up, and it looks nice. That's how it is.
All right. Well, as like someone who does not grow facial hair, I will believe you. But okay.
Probably a good idea. What shirt are you wearing?
Shirt my sister got for me for Christmas.
Nice. Hail to the king, baby.
Yep.
Awesome. I just got a shirt like that, except it's Cobra Kai. So I was wondering if it was going to be Cobra Kai, and I was going to freak out because that'd have been
not
fun.
yet, but I am going to get some merch for that just because I love that show as well. So I'm going to eventually break down and buy something. But this was the Christmas present from my sister.
Schnick wants me to shave it all with the mustache area.
No, they make you, well. You look like a porn star. That'll be a plus, but I don't think it'll like you want to go for that.
What if I just leave like this part, the soul patch? What if I just leave the soul patch?
I think that'll make it definitely a porn star.
All right,
look if you want.
I'd go for it. That'd be fine. Oh my god, I was gonna bring someone in, but she's fucking stuffing her face full of food. So I don't care. I'll bring her in anyway. Hello, Steph. You had all this time to eat. You have all this time to eat. And as soon as I go back there to hit, boom, bring her in, she's just like, there she goes. I couldn't hear her anyway. I think she was muted.
Yeah, she generally comes on muted.
I think so. You look awesome enough. Leave the mustache. Yeah, everyone is so split. This is like The Last Jedi. Keep the beard, shave the beard, trim the beard. It's splitting the fandom. It's splitting the fandom. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit, still talk about Star Wars, but about what Mark Hamill put out there on Twitter yesterday. And that really goes back to what Peyton Reed put out there on Twitter.
You have to show me because I didn't exactly stay off Twitter, but I was busy for most of the day, so and plus, like, I don't really care too much about Star Wars, so.
Well, I want to show the chat. I want everybody to see this. Oh, hold up. Boom, 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 boom. We got a celebrity in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What does he wear? Oh, he's got a hoodie on. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Oh, no, it's Jay. Jay's more popular than Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He's wearing his...
maybe this week. I'm cold, man. It's freezing.
Okay, how cold is it there?
It's 42.
You look really fun. You look really funny with like the hoodie that's like sticking the white headphones out. Just because like how it's like pushing it together. And the hood looks super small.
I know it is. You know, geeks. I was gonna say they make trash products, but they don't. They make great products.
You want to know how cold it is here, Jay?
I can't imagine.
32 feels like 25.
And
I'm Not rocking a hoodie.
Yeah, I was just not used to it, man.
Well, it doesn't matter what it is outside. What the fuck is it in you guys' house? You guys are inside houses.
I don't have a
What's
heater.
it like for him? Like, is he keeping it like 68 degrees because he doesn't want to pay the high bills or something like that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I never turn the heater on.
It was fucking 92.
No wonder it's cold.
It was 92 here on Friday. It was
That's hot
awful.
for me. If you don't turn the heater on, no wonder you're cold.
Well, I don't want to spend the money when I could just put on a blanket.
Exactly.
Sound like my grandma.
I would way rather be
hoodie.
cold than hot all the time, every day. Because you can always put more shit on.
Yeah.
But speaking of taking shit off, here's Lethal Lightning.
Hi.
Hey, Lethal, what are you up to?
Not much. I woke up about 10 minutes ago, so sorry if I sound a bit groggy.
Well, that's all right. I'm sure it won't affect your, your mental acuity. I think you'll be probably the same as normal.
No, I'm fucking on point 24/7.
Exactly. That's exactly what I meant. I wanted to talk a little bit about this. Now, I know Lethal is kind of out on Star Wars. So is Mara, but like this is pretty fucking funny. Mark Hamill yesterday took a clear shot at Rian Johnson and everything they did in the sequel trilogy. And regardless of like your thoughts on Mandalorian and whether, the return of Luke Skywalker means anything to you for the future of Star Wars, the vast majority of people, were really amped about getting Luke Skywalker back. And he says this is Peyton Reed, who directed Ant-Man and happened to direct that last episode of The Mandalorian. When I was a kid, this picture hung up my bedroom wall. Star Wars and Luke Skywalker in particular meant a great deal to me. Some things never change. It was an honor and a dream come true to work with you on The Mandalorian. Thank you. Hamill replies. Now, don't follow Mark Hamill on Twitter because he's literally just an enormous piece of shit who just spews divisive political shit all day long. But he says this. Dear Peyton Reed, I am so grateful to have been given the unexpected opportunity to revisit my character when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism. Rian Johnson and anyone that was associated with his role in The Last Jedi, BTFO. Mm-hmm. That's like a clear and direct shot at all of those people. Your assured direction and kindness was a crucial element in the experience. It means more to me than I can say. May the Force be with you. You fucking wrecked him. Like Rian Johnson just walking down the street. It's like he just got hit by a bus for no fucking reason. Like 3 years later.
Pretty much.
Like that is major shit. And I saw a lot of people being, oh, he wasn't really throwing shit. Yes, he fucking was. Like there's nothing else that can mean in
He's always throwing shade at The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until Disney shut it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even when he doing his press tour, he was like, he even like told he goes, don't go in there watching this movie thinking you're gonna see Luke Skywalker. I was like, he just told a reporter that at like the red carpet.
Yeah.
And you're just like, of course.
Well, there was like a 3-day period when they were doing their press tour that he was just like, yeah, this is fucking awful. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is terrible. Blame Ryan, I guess. And then like clearly Disney was like, hey, you can't talk about that like that. And he really shut it down. Mm-hmm. Everything that he'd been saying about it. But
do you remember when there was Rian Johnson tweeted out how they were playing The Last Jedi in the airplane, and Mark Hamill retweeted him saying, that's perfect. People can't walk out.
No, I didn't remember that. Oh my
God. I don't remember that at all.
I don't either.
Yeah. That was good. I'll give him that. That's good.
And I do think Mark Hamill is a piece of shit. I think he's a fuckhead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do too. But he does know, like, the one thing that I trust two things that I trust Mark Hamill on are the voice of the Joker and the character of Luke Skywalker. Because he was in there. He was a part of it. Like, the one person who knows what Luke Skywalker is supposed to mean is Mark Hamill, because that's what George was getting at him. George was telling him what he wanted Luke Skywalker to be and what he came out as on the screen, and that's why he knew that this was fundamentally not his character and the wrong decision. And for him, a couple years later, with the reaction so many people have had to Luke Skywalker to come out and say that when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism, i.e., not what he is today because of everything you guys have done to him, I think that was pretty spot on and a pretty big fuck you to Ryan Johnson, especially Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I thought he would have been over it by now, but I guess he still wants to take shots at him. I think that's good. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Did Ryan Johnson respond?
I haven't seen
Ryan's been like, the only thing Ryan's ever tweeted about Star Wars was like the Last Jedi anniversary. And then like he posted some behind the scenes and then he trolled everybody with the last, he like added a photo of the sea cow, you know, and I don't know what he said. He said something about like, oh, and one more for the boy, something like that, like one more for the others or something like that. And it was just a major troll to everyone who didn't like it or whoever. So
well,
that is funny.
The last thing that I remember him saying is this. I just found it. You know, not really anything. This is from January. What the fuck is this? Fucking weirdo. Ryan Johnson retweeted this from 2012. October 30th of 2012. He retweeted this on January 6th, I believe. Will it be the Thrawn trilogy? Hashtag stars, hashtag episode 7. I am kind of surprised this didn't get more play in our circles. The fact that Ryan Johnson tweeted that, like, are you saying why did he tweet that?
I mean, most people in our circles haven't read the Thrawn trilogy.
No, about him directing a trilogy.
Yeah. Right. And like that to me, I'm surprised we didn't hear more from the rumor mill about this, because what fucking reason was there? What reason is there for him to retweet this from October 30th, 2012? It makes zero fucking sense.
Just him being basically just trolling, I'd imagine.
Probably. But I am a little surprised we didn't see any more of that.
Interesting. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I saw it and I don't know. There's too many fake. There's too many fake. Who was that?
Steph.
Did you hiccup?
Yes.
You unmute yourself just to hiccup?
No, I was coming back on camera.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
What were you eating?
Huh?
What were you eating?
Broccoli.
Ugh. Never mind. I shouldn't have even asked. Now I'm just grossed out. Just lie next time and say pizza. Don't fucking destroy me with that broccoli shit.
Broccoli's good.
But I did kind of want to talk about how Star Wars is still so out of fucking touch with their fans. And this has something to do with what Drunk 3PO put on his Twitter today. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jay? There's nothing to do with you or the quarter in.
I don't remember.
It's you or the quartering.
All right, so Star Wars put this out. I know Lethal will like this because he's a big
help me out.
He's a big fan.
Does Drunk eat broccoli? Yes, I do.
I love Star Wars.
Birthdays. Oh yeah. So, they said happy birthday to. Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is on the Star Wars Twitter. This is the only thing they've tweeted today.
They forgot somebody.
I think they forgot someone major. Yeah.
Help us in wishing the incredible Kelly Marie Tran a very happy birthday. She is showing some cleavage for Lethal there. Are you happy, Lethal?
Yeah. Maybe it's not all bad. I don't get it. What's wrong with this?
Well, it's because
Jones.
They may have missed someone's birthday who's a little more important to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I had to mute that. Dang, look at all the likes I got on that thing.
Holy crap. More important than Rose Tico.
I had to mute that one. It was just going out of control.
Oh, no. Poor Jay.
Yeah, I know. Poor Jay.
Yeah, so...
Why are you guys always picking on me for?
Because we're your friends.
I was just making a statement. That's the biggest tweet I think I've ever had.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the idea... Listen, Jay has... 10,000, 11,000 followers, almost 12. Yeah. So the fact that you got about half of your audience to like that tweet, Star Wars has 5 million followers and they have, 37,000 interactions on there. How the fuck have they not corrected themselves. Look at all these replies. It's James Earl Jones' birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday, and happy birthday, James Earl Jones as well. Happy birthday, James Earl Jones. This guy says, I feel sorry for her. Her character was written incredibly poorly. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, though.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
but
this
isn't it another Star Wars person's birthday today? It was wasn't it 3? Oh wait, it's somebody else's famous birthday today.
I don't think it's Star Wars. I know
It wasn't
James
a
Earl
Star
Jones'
Wars.
birthday.
Okay.
All
right.
Maybe don't cut her out of your massive movie to placate the incel crowd next time.
Oh God.
Listen,
Wow.
if you had made her look like this, no incel would have a problem with that. They'd be going to Last Jedi twice to just the fap.
It's Betty White's birthday today too.
I
just-
like what 99.
She's gotta be-
99.
I just assume she's
99.
dead and they're just like walking around still because they didn't want to make 2020 any worse for anybody. So Betty White actually died, but they aren't going to tell anybody.
It's like that Weekend at Bernie's meme. Like that's
Yeah.
Betty White.
Weekend at Betty's.
Weekend at Bernie's. We just got to get her to 100.
Yeah. So look, everybody just talking about James Earl Jones. You have disgraced yourself.
And you
That's
wish to watch.
awesome.
I love that movie.
I'm blocked by a lot of fucking people in here.
I know. Look at that.
Just random shit.
Yeah.
I'm just blocked by random accounts. That does happen. Happy birthday, Queen.
Oh God, fan cams.
Ugh.
I have a fan cam. I like mine.
Of course, you like yours. Yep.
Best Star Wars character of all time. That's pretty good.
Look at the comment. Good one.
Yeah. Guy's name's Fergus. Fergus Henderson, 0 followers. Who did she play again? Joe Mama. How does Fergus not have a follower?
Oh my God. Someone follow Fergus.
He deserves one. I'll follow him. I just followed Fergus, so congratulations. He's gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh my God. I want to follow Fergus.
What is
That
this?
so funny.
Kelly Marie Tran, simply the best, better than all the rest, and then it's just a Luke Skywalker fan cam.
Oh God.
So fucking weird. What is this? Oh, that's her at the theater. What the fuck's she doing with her shoes? This is just for those weird like foot wiki. That's why she took this picture, so she become relevant.
Oh my God.
But yeah, like it just shows again that Star Wars is still very out of touch with people. The fact that they said nothing about James Earl Jones. Mark Hamill said something. Hold on.
Well, didn't it take him like over a day to acknowledge that Dave Prowse died?
Oh yeah, I believe so. They don't care about these people who and like the shit that they've done before. They just don't. This is Happy Birthday, Dad. He's talking about James Earl Jones. So Mark Hamill at least said something in between all of his political bullshit. But the fact that it took that, it's just weird to me. That seems so basic. Darth Vader is like, as much as Luke Skywalker is
Like
Star Wars,
part of the Holy Trinity of Star Wars.
So is Darth Vader. Like
Yeah.
without James Earl Jones, you don't have Star Wars isn't what it is. For a guy who only got 11, 12 minutes of screen time in A New Hope, like he dominated the world as far as people that knew who he was, people that cared about him, people that were scared of, like whatever it may be. And to not honor the legacy of the dude who made him, Vader, the voice of Vader that was intimidating. It's shocking to me.
I was just seeing if they did it on their Instagram. They did not.
Just shows like they're still so out of touch at Lucasfilm. Like anything, like okay, if you want to believe this, fine, that's your prerogative. But to think that like Star Wars is finally heading in the right direction because they have at best above average show in The Mandalorian, and then they do this shit. I'm sorry, no, nothing's changed there. I don't see anything changing there at all.
Well, yeah, like I don't understand it because, like Lethal said, it's with David Prowse too. Maybe it's like the fucking social media team is only supposed to talk about people who are actively a part of like Star Wars. I don't understand it. It makes zero sense to me. How the fuck do you know Kelly Marie Tran's birthday, but not James Earl Jones's? And with all those replies, you can't tell me they don't know now. Yeah, they have to know now that somebody at Lucasfilm has to have understood that with the response and all those comments. I don't get it. How hard is it to say happy birthday, Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Mm. Well, he's also like the Vader himself is a toxic white male, so I guess like they can't exactly acknowledge that, even though it's a black man voicing him.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so weird.
I don't know.
What's wrong with people?
Nowadays, David Prowse would have got like he would have got like he would have gotten in trouble for white facing a black voice character in James Earl Jones. That would happen nowadays.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's ridiculous. Matt Deckard for $2. You're all beautiful to me. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Matt likes my beard, evidently. So thank you, Matt. Awesome One says it's 32 in Australia. Is it hot in Australia, Lethal?
It's like at least 25 degrees Celsius outside at the moment, and it's 20 to 12.
25 degrees. I mean, that's like what, 83 or something. That's not too bad.
But it's still morning. Like it hasn't even hit afternoon yet.
25 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Oh, it's only 77. Ain't bad. Fuck that. Might get up to 90, I guess.
77's not bad.
We'll see. I have the air conditioner on though to help me sleep, so it's nice in here.
Jay, do you want to tell everybody about your feud with the quartering?
I can. He's pretty salty because he was trying to get an interview with Gina Carano and it just didn't happen. And then when when he saw her on my channel, I don't ever release DMs, but his DM to me was pretty funny. I just like screenshot and ask him if I could show it. And then every video he's made, he's just threw in like simple. Actually, he liked calling me a slug. I don't know why.
Oh, that's right.
He only said it once, right?
He said it. He said it a few. He said it on Twitter, and then he said it on. And what sucks is, I went to go get those Twitter thing, but when I guess he deleted his Twitter and then came back, like a lot of his stuff was gone. So, I was able to grab because I wasn't gonna search through all his videos. All I knew was the one, and then when he was on Midnight's Edge, he called me a slug again.
He's like, 60 seconds after someone mentions Gina Carano.
Yeah. I was in there. I was there the whole time, though. I was there when the show started, and I had sent a super sticker like early on. So I don't know why he said that, but maybe he just didn't notice. And then, yeah, it just worked out. Like it was kind of funny. The funny thing is, people in the comment section, like they think it's like a real feud, and some of their comments are pretty funny. So
he wouldn't have retweeted it if he fucking gave a shit.
No, I know. And then I have his comment pinned. You know, it's like, and then I even wrote in the description, I was like, "Thanks for being a good sport," and yet it doesn't matter because some people don't even, people just see the title and they don't watch, so they just assume what it is. So he was a good sport about it, but it's kind of funny. It's not doing bad for the most part, but a lot of people are like, I'm thumbing down because this is a joke. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I thought this was real. Thumbs down. I'm like, okay, like whatever. So,
well, yeah, I mean, like, I get that.
It doesn't matter to me. It's just like, it's funny. So it is what it is.
Well, so you did title it to be like, hey, fucking Jerry has a problem with me. So like if they go there and it is just a joke, there's gonna be
I show it all the way to like the very end. So if they don't make it to the end, they don't see like the joke part. He did have a funny, but he did have a funny. He did have a funny take. He goes, I know why Gina went on his channel because he goes like he's like, I believe it was a Make-A-Wish thing because if you look at Jay, that was pretty good. I was like, that was pretty funny. So he's like, yeah, it was a Make-A-Wish thing. That's why he was able to get it. So I'm like, wow.
You know,
So it was all good.
I did want to say too that, you know, Quartering actually tweeted out the video, said, getting a shout out from ultra tiny male model junk 3PO might be the most emasculating thing that's ever happened to me. I do just want to remind everyone that he got beat up by a dude in a dress. So it might not be the most emasculating thing that's ever happened.
Somebody kept saying that in the comments. They're like, dude, you had a golden opportunity to mention the dress. So I was like, yeah. So
yeah,
I was like, male model. That's funny. So
yeah, if you don't know that story, Quartering he was drinking in Indianapolis at Gen Con, and some dude just basically came up behind him and was like, "Hey, you Jeremy Hambley?" And he's like, "Yeah," and just started fucking beating on him. And
it's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
And
it's funny.
I mean, it's a little like, it's not funny if you're ever been in that situation. No, it's not funny for that to happen to you. But the funny part is that dude is just a huge woke loser SJW, and there's literally pictures of him wearing dresses.
Oh my god!
So like that's kind of what made it funny. That's immediately what I thought of when he tweeted that out.
Yeah,
but
I just want to be with Ryan at a bar and someone go, "Hey, are you Ryan Kinel?" And then have him like shout it like, you know what I would do? I just pull out my phone and just like, yeah, he is.
That's what I would want. I would want that.
I'm like, wait, Ryan, don't hit him yet. Hold on, Ryan. Wait. All right, I'm good. Go. And they'd be like,
yeah,
just let it go, man. Just let it
like
go.
like that GIF from like the show IT where he pulls out the popcorn and the drink and it's like, okay, go.
Exactly. So I mean, it's. I mean, I'm glad. Like the Quartering stuff has been a nice pace than some of the other stuff. So I'm glad he was a good sport about it. I knew he wasn't going to make any response videos or anything like that. So
well, he makes response videos to like Ethan Klein.
Yeah, like, I'm not that important, but I'm glad he found it as a joke. So
well, to be fair, he does do 9 videos a day, so maybe he might be able to slide a drunk response in there. You never know.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny because I just go back and forth as long as I keep getting views, so that would work. So anyway,
Roger Haynes for Canadian $5. Jay, do you find trouble or does trouble find you?
God, I don't know. Probably both.
Oh, please. You're so boring.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
He has to actually go out and find trouble because his life is that boring. So yes.
Pretty much.
So
well, I'd say it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both for everybody, probably. I don't go looking for trouble. People just come here, and then I fucking what? What'd you say?
Yes, you do.
I don't go looking for trouble. What do I do?
You're starting trouble with her right now.
No, I was just talking, and she interrupted me. I didn't start that. I'm finishing it. See, this is how it always goes. I'm just over here doing my thing, making my videos. These Last Was Two fans, these bronze sexuals, want to come and attack me.
What's a bronze sexual?
That's what happens to me when I go to Disneyland or Disney World. These people, they get all upset.
Yeah, what's a bronze sexual?
Can you explain, Jay? You're kind of one.
Oh, okay. I know what it is now.
Someone who loves LeBron James.
oh, okay.
It's just. But Jay's not really a bronze sexual. Bronze sexuals are people that have a love for LeBron James that defies.
He can do no wrong.
He can do no wrong. Yeah, that's what a bronze sexual is, and that's a lot of the enemies I've made from the sports wars.
Bronze sexual. Okay, I'll remember that. That's funny.
Yeah, they have their own names because they're like Raylos, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you just become so notorious that you get a nickname for your entire clique, Raylos. Yeah, bronze sexuals. Same energy. Except there's probably more female
name for like Jay's fans.
I don't
Jay's
have
fans.
Yeah, for 3PO stands.
I don't have any of those.
The drunk tank.
I have none.
I don't know.
We need drunk stands.
We do.
There's got to
I'm a
be
drunk
like
man.
No,
I've been a
I'm
drunk
good.
stand for like 2 years.
there's got to be some kind of name for like drunk groupies of some like you know like something that like
Alcoholics.
encapsulates that. Alcoholics, maybe. Blood
Blue Eye
Scorpion.
Scorpio.
I'm lonely. Hold me like a bronze sexual. No, thank you. But I'll find somebody for you, Blood Scorpio. You have a dog, right?
No, he has the cutest dog. He has a bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold your dog. He's
And it's a
warm. He's
girl.
fat and warm.
Look at what Name said. 3P hose.
Ooh, yeah, the 3P hose. That's a pretty good one.
Good.
That is a good one. You would need Jay in our chat. Sometimes he'll put like teeth in there, just like a random tooth.
Yeah.
What is that all about? I don't even get that.
I don't know.
It's funny. It's just so random. I find it. I always laugh at it. He just puts like a random tooth. So like the 3P hose need to have just like a random tooth.
Yeah.
You know, like the Raylos have butterflies. It needs to be a tooth.
I think I always put that in when I finish brushing my teeth.
You don't have
Really? It's just like you brush your teeth a lot then.
I do. I brush my teeth. Yeah, I'm a germaphobe. I brush my teeth 4 to 5 times a day.
The fuck? They're gonna fall out. You brush them that much. Once a week. That's pretty much good after
They're
that.
pretty bright.
Yeah,
Ew, twice a day, bro. Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Nah,
is the
man, I
standard.
can't. I gotta do it after every time I eat, man.
Twice, 3 times.
Everybody's just gonna gloss over the fact that Ryan said he brushes his teeth once a week.
I had my
Yeah.
pizza, so like right before Mario Kart, I'll have my teeth brushed.
Look at Ryan. He's a fucking mess.
That was obviously.
No.
What do you mean I'm a mess?
Look at your face. Look at that.
I told him to trim it.
He's
I
got to
told him to
shave
trim it a
it,
little
man. To get rid of it, all of it.
Nah, it looks good.
You look like a fucking hobo.
It looks
I need,
alright.
I need to trim it up maybe a little bit, but I'm gonna grow it out a little more before I trim it.
It's a little.
He wants the
small,
Josiah
small,
beard.
Everyone's
that?
telling me how bad my teeth are now because I brush so much.
That's like a legit thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you brush them too much, you will brush like the enamel off of them or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Healthy plaque.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking good bacteria versus bad bacteria. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. But yeah, that's why, again, if you only do it once a week, you're good. You're not in danger of brushing your teeth off that way.
You don't
you
have
just
any
gotta
teeth
run
after that, pretty much.
Oh, it's not like I drink any Mountain Dew or anything, so I'm probably
Slugs
fine.
have
Oh.
teeth.
It's not like you
I
live
don't
on pizza and
actually
Doritos.
only brush my teeth once a week. I brush my teeth twice a day. For anybody that's too fucking retarded in chat to understand, it's not once a week. That's a joke. Sarcasm. Twice a day.
The Revolution, you come into every chat I'm in and say the same thing. Can you give a shout out to the and send him some love? Why?
That junk man?
No, the Revolution comes into every live stream that I'm at and says the same thing about talking. He's over there and I'm over here. So I have no problems with him anymore. But we used to have problems, but he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. Just tell him I said hi.
I mean, yeah, I've seen that junk man. I think I follow him. Like he just antagonizes people. Like that's all he does, and then like complains about antagonistic fans. So I'll give him a shout out. Go check out the junk man. Go subscribe. Probably hit unsubscribe pretty soon after that, but go for it. Yeah. Jens Jurgensen says, "Do you know what Vikings called humans without a beard? Women."
Oh,
I like it.
There you go.
Well,
I like your name.
In Viking times, I have a car. Fuck your Vikings.
I mean, we
can't grow a beard.
Yeah,
He's too little.
Bullshit! I've got like 4-day stubble going on here.
Well, then why are you trying to be a bitch about it then?
Because you
why
look
tell
like
me to
fucking,
shave?
Because you look like a fucking homeless person.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being homeless?
I feel like
Judging?
I'm supposed to give you change whenever I see you.
That's part of the strategy. If every once in a while somebody hands me change, I'm not going to turn it down.
Oh no!
Why would I?
Like, are you the type of person that'll wake me up at 3 a.m. because you're going through my recycle bin, taking out my bottles?
Well, Well, in California, I do get money back for those, so maybe.
There you go.
Remember, we had this conversation.
Brian would do anything for
Yeah,
Yeah.
they used to wake me up they used to fucking wake me up because they'd be going through the recycle bin taking all the bottles, and you'd come out there have like a broom, you go fuck off.
Are you sure you're talking about homeless people, not raccoons?
Yeah. No, these are people. They look like you.
Raccoons.
Yeah. Raccoons, there was a shit ton of raccoons where I lived, but sometimes if you live close to where a bunch of them did, you had to lock up your trash. You had to literally put a padlock on your trash so that the raccoons wouldn't come and just fuck all your shit up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they that hectic?
Had that in Florida too. It's like they have trash cans with like hooks on it, so you can keep it clamped shut when you're done.
I don't think I've ever seen like a live raccoon. They've all been dead.
I've seen live ones. I actually saw a mother with her babies.
I've seen possums. I've seen a lot of possums, like a mama possum with her little baby possums, but I've never seen an actual live raccoon. They've all been dead because like they've been hit by cars.
Oh my god!
Yeah, over here, we just have really aggressive hobos.
So, like that's your equivalent of raccoons over there, pretty much.
Hold on.
We had aggressive hobos here, Letho, and then somebody started recording them. They called it bum fights.
Bum fights. I've got all the DVDs.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god!
10-7. And I got a bucket of grapes. I'm going to throw that whole bucket out because I can't get out the door to do the hot dogs. So
yeah, that's normal.
This is going to be fun now.
That's normal?
Well, they usually don't come one at a time. They come in bunches.
Oh my god!
No, that's actually a lot.
Like what in the world?
But usually when they're out over here, there's usually like 4 or 5 together. They always stay together.
All right, I'm just going to put the.
I want to watch bum fights.
That's the only way I can get out.
Look at how long he's been feeding those things.
Oh yeah, they're
they
chubby.
chunky.
Oh my god, look at that's a lot.
Look at them eating. They're like this. Oh.
Yeah.
That's because they're getting fed grapes. That's why they're fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Grapes.
No,
look at them. Look at all the chub.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's a hot dog.
Yes.
Yeah, raccoons swallow that. Look at fat ass raccoons swallowing that deep throat that hot dog.
They're so cute, dog.
The comments have got to be filled with fat
hot dogs. That's why they're so fluffy and poopy and chunky. Oh my god.
Oh, look at this.
Nope.
We should probably go see your grandfather. I'm sure he's lonely, Grandpa. My grandpa is friends with 25 raccoons. Sure, Jimmy. Accountant, what are your plans for retirement?
Oh my god. That is so cute.
These raccoons are more polite and patient than my family at Christmas. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That is pretty fucking crazy. Raccoons are really really smart, and they have thumbs that work so they can open car doors and shit. They're weird. They're
Shut up. They can't open car doors.
They are skilled to like open like doors, trash cans, things like that.
Ryan's about to Google.
Yeah. Oh my god. Snickers the raccoon opens door. What the fuck?
Yeah. There you go. They can open doors. But we have to be careful. We don't have to be like super careful with our trash cans. Like we don't have to lock them or anything. But anything that could, like food, that could even be smelled through the bag, you have to put into a trash can. Otherwise, you'll come outside and everything will be basically on the street in your yard because it'll tear through the bags.
We had a guy playing golf, and he thought it was a raccoon, and a bobcat came and messed up his leg and arm and everything. He thought it was a raccoon, so he just kind of like waved the golf club to move it off the course. And the bobcat just shredded his arm and leg. Poor old guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was terrible. You got those things are that's the most dangerous thing in Central Florida is the bobcats. So but usually they run away. Like I don't know why they would attack. I don't know. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe he threw something at him. So
yeah, there we go. Bobcats aren't anything to fuck with. Raccoons are fine as long as you're like one of them. That usually like you just scare them away and then no big deal. But shifting gears a little bit. Who all has seen WandaVision?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it this week.
Lethal, you saw it?
Yeah.
All right. So, Jay, you're the big MCU guy for the most part. You're the big Marvel guy, I should say. Like, what do you think about WandaVision? Like, what are your feelings about it? Just the first 2 episodes.
If it stays this way, I'm gonna hate it. But I personally think it's going to spill into like the bad guy, like one of the big bad guys, which could be. I mean, we're talking about because they tease like Secret Wars, and if they do the Secret Wars with Beyonder, it would make total sense that Beyonder or whoever is trying to keep her occupied because she's so powerful. You know what I mean? Like she's like Scarlet Witch is really, really powerful. So and the Beyonder does weird stuff like that, you know. But either that or she's doing that to herself to try to ease the pain of losing the person she loves. So, but I really think it's gonna spill into a big reveal at the end for something coming up.
People are saying it ties into the Vision comics. So
the Vision comics,
yeah.
Apparently it's the Tom King run. I never read it.
Like,
but if they tie it into
this new phase of Marvel, like I'm just not interested in it. If that's what it is, it's tying into the comics. Now you have to watch the show. Now you have to watch this and that to keep up with it.
Tying is a bad word. It should.
They're using it as inspiration.
Yeah.
Like I can't do all that shit.
Yeah, like
I have a whole pile of comics that like I actually want to read.
Yeah, like
well, it's based on it. I mean, it's like watching Batman Hush. You go, it's loosely based on the Hush story. That's all it means.
Yeah, he doesn't mean that like they're gonna be doing tie-in comics that you need to read to explain it. Just people with theories, and same way that House of M is being like there's House of M vibes going along with it as well. A lot of people have been talking about.
She almost has a No More Mutants type line in the show as well.
I mean, if they continue like the same style that they've done with the cinematic universe, it will eventually it'll turn into a giant end credit scene, and we'll know what's going on. So that's all. Either that, or we're gonna realize that Scarlet Witch is stuck over there, and when they start revealing like this big fight thing that's coming up, they can't find her because she's stuck in this alternate time. But that's what I assume they would do. I don't think they would go off their format that was extremely successful for the franchise. But
well, I think that here's the thing is I think everyone's coming at this like this is setting the stage for the next portion of Marvel, this show. I don't think it was meant to be that way, right? Because like I said, no one thought that everything was going to be shut down when this was initially pitched and started being developed. People didn't know that COVID was going to happen, that movie theaters would be fucking gone, that Black Widow still wouldn't have released, that, you know, they have all these movies sitting there in projects that they're like holding off starting to make. I think it was just supposed to be a cool, different thing that they did on Disney Plus that did tie in what Scarlet Witch is going to be a part of for the next phase. But now we're stuck at where we haven't got anything MCU in a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Far From Home, I don't know when that came out exactly, but it feels like at least a year and a half. So,
well, Doctor Strange will probably introduce the multiverse with Spider-Man. Because everybody, including Anakin Skywalker, is in Spider-Man 3. Yeah. So it's like, so that's probably going to introduce the multiverse. And that is how, to me, I mean, whether people love it or hate it, but it makes sense why Chris Evans would come back. I don't think he'd do it. He could be part of the multiverse. That's easy. And the multiverse makes, I hate to say it really makes everything super easy. Because they could fix any mistake they've ever made anytime, anything moving forward. If they make a bunch of movies that really are bad, that nobody wants, they could just say, well, that was multiverse B, you know? And then all they got to do is have someone snap their fingers and then they wake up in another time zone. But I think that's where they're going with Spider-Man, and that will introduce that. And then they're going to go down the line. it wouldn't surprise me if not Scarlet Witch, but what movie was supposed to come out?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. It wouldn't surprise me if that is successful, that they bring her, that Scarlet Witch brings her back from the dead and uses her again. It just wouldn't surprise me. I don't think. I think banking the next phase on Brie Larson and Captain Marvel is not there anymore. I think they're not going to do it that way. So Disney is in because of COVID, desperate need of money, and they will do whatever they need to do. If they got to go back in time and bring characters back that are long gone because they know it'll make money, but not make any sense, that's what they're going to do, because they are in desperate. Listen, you got Disneyland, one of their bigger moneymakers, has been closed now. It will be almost 1 year. For all that stuff is going to be closed, almost a year. You know, that all that stuff is not generating income. They're in a mess. So it just doesn't surprise me that if we see all this stuff happening, you know, if Black Widow is a success and they're like, well, everybody wants to see her again, Scarlet Witch can bring her back to life. I mean, it's plausible. So, and bring her back in. It's very easy. You still have Thor out there. You have Guardians of the Galaxy. You have all that played into. I really don't believe that Natalie Portman's going to pick up the hammer and be Thor. I literally think it's going to be a 5-minute scene in a film, like it has been in some of the comics. But
if they do, they will get so much backlash if they do that. They will get so much backlash from these fucking weirdos if they say,
of course they will,
if they like introduce female Thor and then it's like a 2-second scene. Oh my god, the outrage would be palpable.
I think that's what they're gonna do. So I think that's what they're gonna do, and she's probably gonna die. Honestly, I think that's what she's gonna, because she's not really signed on to do anything else. And but Chris Hemsworth is. So like, I mean, listen, contracts can come and go, so it is what it is. But that's what I think. It's all gonna tie in, and then it's gonna tie into the big bad. If it's Galactus, it's one thing. If it's Beyonder, that's another. They could even bring in Victor Von Doom. Like, the problem is Victor Von Doom is way more powerful than what the movies have been giving him credit for. You know, it takes the Fantastic Four as like his ultimate feud, so it takes 4 of them just to fight him, and most of the time they can't beat him. You know, because he's way more powerful than what they're giving him credit to. So we'll see what they do. He won't kill off the female Thor.
I don't think they'll. She'll just like with Thor 3 or whatever. Like, she'll just, like, you know, conveniently not be there or be around anymore. To me, I'd be surprised if, like, Natalie Portman would come back just to get killed off. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, she just seems so disinterested in being any part of, like, the MCU shit. It would be strange to me if they brought her back. Just like, hey, we're going to give you $15 million.
I think it might have been forced, because she wasn't in anything else. Like, she didn't come back for some of the bigger parts of the Marvel. So no, but then again, she has, like, Tangle, big enough paycheck in front of her. Like, oh yeah, no, that goes for anybody. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. We will see Riri. That'll probably be a big possibility.
Hey, she's gonna have fucking Iron Man in her fucking head and all that shit. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, we'll see Riri on that. We'll probably see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think Captain Marvel's gonna be the number one anymore. I think they're moving away from that. So would that mean they're moving away from the A-Force as well? Because I think they were setting that up as well. It's possible. It's possible. See, the problem is they can't film a lot of stuff right now, and so everything is being flushed into streaming. And it wouldn't surprise me if Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing the same thing that the DCEU is doing, which is coming out on HBO. Everything is coming out on HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, not everything, no, but they're doing, like, there is a bunch of stuff that'll be, like, it's a combination of
everything in the near future.
Yeah. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen, and so they're going to slim their budgets down a little bit, and at the front end, they're going to do a lot of fan service just to keep people subscribed. I mean, I hate to say that, but I really think that's what's going to happen. So, hey, Anna, I see you, and So I don't think Captain Marvel's going to be in the front because there's no way. I would love them to release a Captain Marvel movie that's not sandwiched in between the two biggest movies that they made. You know, and then promote it where it's like you got to know her story to know the end story. You know what I mean? Like,
you have to be a part of this to understand the Infinity Saga, the lead up to Endgame. You must know this when in fact it's completely fucking irrelevant.
So, you know, that's what I think. So what we got announced, it wouldn't surprise me if they slimmed it down, if they just chiseled it down a little bit.
But as far as WandaVision itself, from what I understand, they're probably going to keep this type of thing going,
like the I Love Lucy style type.
Well, the first episode was like straight up like I Love Lucy. The second one was kind of like an episode of Bewitched. Like now they're moving into like maybe the 60s, 70s. You know, they got the color now.
You see Game Lore in the chat.
There was something almost like straight out of Brady Bunch in terms of the decor. So I don't know. I'm not saying that they'd be inspired by that show, but just like the setting from the trailer I saw.
And we got Dash here, 3PL on the money. Look at the stock price of Disney post announcing the linear shows. Yeah, and that's what they do, man. Like Disney, and I said this too a couple of months ago. And when people are talking about that investor thing, the language they used is specifically geared towards their investors. That's why like everyone else watching is fucking boring. But it gets the investors' rocks off to hear them talk like that. They literally told these people, well, you know, we've lost like $4 billion this quarter because of theme parks not being at capacity. But we are going to put out Mulan on Disney Plus at $30 a pop. Stock prices went through the fucking roof. After telling people they lost $4 billion, their stock prices went up because of what they said they had planned for the future and how they obfuscated like all the bad news with the good shit that was to come. You know
what's gonna affect it too, bro. And I know we don't have to get into it on this channel, but I think the changing administration and whatever stuff they're gonna pass. Now it is true, and most people don't know this. Disney just built a giant movie studio right behind the Walt Disney World. Everybody was wondering what that was, and now they've come out. They're like, yeah, we're gonna start filming stuff over there for different things, and a lot of that stuff from California is being moved because of the restrictions in California. I mean, but who's to say that the next guy that comes in could restrict the whole nation? You know what I mean? And then what? You know, what's gonna happen on that point? So I think that has a lot to do with that as well. So we'll see. I think everything's changed, though. That's the problem because of what the world's going through. People can't film. People can't, do what they're doing. It's just everything's changing. Like you can't release stuff in the movies right now. It's not going to make money.
Yeah, well, I understand right now. I see that, but I'm just waiting for the situation to like somehow magically get like with the pandemic.
Oh, I would love that. Are you kidding me? That would be. I think that's going to affect everything.
Now that we have China Joe in office, we have like basically one party controlling the houses. Watch how the pandemic itself just basically fades from severity, like out of severity.
What the hell?
Just watch.
All I'm saying is right now there's heavy talk where I live that in order for me in the next few months, in order for me to go, and we talked about this on Park Hopping, to a theme park, I will have to show paperwork so that I'm free and clear or that I got a shot.
Really?
So, and if that's the talk for theme parks, is that going to go in? And listen, it's just talk. Nothing's on them. They just announced too that they're even thinking about doing that for domestic flights. Now, I can't fly to where Lethal is because the guy that runs the airline already said you can't get on an international flight to Australia unless, and trust me, as a guy who runs a travel channel, I'm heavy into this. I even have a video on it. You have to have the shot and the paperwork saying you're free and clear if I want to go to Australia. and
That's
fly
what
his flying.
Ticketmaster. That's what like Ticketmaster is going to start to do when they start doing venues again. You have to show that you have been vaccinated.
So I don't see a normalcy coming back anymore. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. Nothing has been stamped. The only one that I know that's been stamped is the Australian airline company. It starts with a Q, I think, and that's just one. There's other airlines like. Yes, it's that one. There's other ones that I think you could still go and use, but
I know you're not trying to scare anybody, but that's the whole problem is that they've literally scared everybody. So it's going to take a long time. It's blown up in their face. It's going to take a long while for people to get back to normalcy.
Which episode of Wandavision was this in?
No, we were just talking about like how the movies and streaming service would all change and how everything just changes. So,
Lethal, what did you think of WandaVision? We just kind of got off topic.
I know.
But what did you think about it?
Well, I'm not really an MCU guy or a Marvel guy, but I kind of liked it. I liked it because it was different. Like, I think pretty much every MCU movie is exactly the same for the most part. So I liked it being different. I like I Dream of Jeannie. I like Bewitched. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I'm very on the fence with it. My guess, the villain's gonna be Grim Reaper towards the end, based on like some of the Easter eggs. I think that's what they might do. But I don't know. Elizabeth Olsen and that magic outfit was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I found it entertaining. I had a lot of fun watching it with Lyndon and Rhino though, because banter. So I'm whatever with it.
When do the episodes drop?
Was it Friday? I think it's the same as Mandalorian, actually. Right? It was like Friday.
I watched it Friday, so I guess like 3 a.m.
I watched it Friday. I watched it Friday morning. So.
All right. Okay.
I mean, there's no reason to There's no reason to stay up and watch these things.
Yeah, I know. I just did it whenever.
Yeah,
someone was saying that Batwoman is on right now.
Like you have to drop it right as it hits midnight Pacific Standard Time. Like, can you not wait when people wake up?
Yeah, it's dumb. You're right. It's dumb. That whole thing is dumb. They should make it like whatever.
Tim F says Olsen's boobs are pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I dig what they're trying to do, and they really dive into exactly like an episode of Bewitched, exactly like a 60s sitcom. But to me, there is 20 minutes of an episode that is just kind of like a joke that has nothing to do with what we're going to see going forward. That to me is just, I'm never gonna. It's cool that they did that, but I'm never gonna watch those episodes ever again.
Oh no, I
agree.
Did you notice how long the end credits were on each episode?
Like 8 minutes or something.
Yeah.
A long time.
Like a long fucking time, man.
That's
The what?
Yeah, that's what they were saying, 8-9 minutes. And the episodes themselves are 20 to 30 minutes of actual episode.
Mm-hmm.
Why are the credits so long?
They show in every fucking language.
Oh yeah.
I think that when HBG3, who hates everything I ever say, is every stream I'm ever at, says it's 2 episodes in, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what we're judging on, you dumb motherfucker. That they released it. They're releasing it weekly, so that's what you have to judge it on. You might as well say don't watch then. Just don't watch till it all comes out. No, they're releasing it weekly, and you've given us 2 episodes that you have about 90 seconds total of things that are likely going to be used for going forward. Seems like most people enjoy it. Most people are digging it.
I like it.
Panel art. Lethal just said he likes it.
I'm going to check it out.
I don't
chance.
Yeah.
But I mean, also 2 episodes in, but they're supposed to grab you by the 2nd episode to make you want to watch the actual series.
If they only dropped the 1st episode, I think a lot of people would have checked out.
Yeah, for real. They really would have, yeah.
But I say, like, by the second episode, you are supposed to have like basically pulled people in to the point where they want to give enough of a damn to watch the rest of the series. And if you're by episode 2, people are like, this is okay. You're not exactly doing your job with the writing. Maybe it'll get better on episode 3, but generally, like, the first couple episodes are what real audience is in.
Well, I actually think that it's going to get a lot better as it goes forward, because I think we're actually going to get to the fucking plot of the show. You know, so I do think it's going to get a lot better, but all we have right now is what they've given us, and I'm never going to watch these 2 episodes ever again.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Ryan, compare it to Cobra Kai, like the very first 3 episodes of Cobra Kai, because I think when they released Cobra Kai on YouTube Red, they released like the first 2, right? Didn't they? Or the first 2 or 3, something like that? Yeah, the first 2 then were free, and then you had to subscribe to YouTube Red. So compare it to the first 2 episodes of Cobra Kai.
After the first 2 episodes of Cobra Kai, I just went out to Walmart to start fucking roundhousing kids. It had me totally in. But and this is, it's different. They're doing something different, and I give them credit. But you know, it has to get better because there's nothing here. It's just, if I wanted to watch this, I would just go turn on TV Land or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that, because that's what it is. That's my biggest thing with it. It's like, I don't need to watch an episode of Bewitched that has nothing to do with the overall plot of the show. That's what it was. And, you know, everybody bought in, and, you know, everybody was really into it, but I just didn't care. So
that's why I like it, because it's extremely different from every MCU movie that ever exists.
It'd be nice if it were different, but it had, you know, plot in it. So like going forward, I'm looking forward to see what they do. And I think it will get a lot better, but yeah, these 2 episodes can go fuck themselves, basically.
So what, are you going to watch episode 3?
Yeah, I'll watch episode 3. Like, because they haven't told me anything. I don't know what this, like, I obviously know that Wanda is stuck, right? Either someone has put her in another dimension. She is stuck inside her own head. Like, something is happening. So you know that, obviously. Just, you know, why is it happening? Did someone do it to her? Did she do it to herself? Who's behind everything? You know, I want to know, and you gave me nothing in the first 2 episodes. So I guess I got to come back for episode 3. Daniel James for Aussie, $8. I read Arson Pan. I got a couple other super chats, but I just saw this one come in. Daniel for $7.99 says, all Disney series these days are like Lethal Sex Life. Short, meaningless, and in the end, disappointing.
Everyone on this panel can agree with that.
Robert Bloomsburg for $5. Yeah, I've given up on American comics and switched to manga. Recently found one called Kingdom, and it's awesome. Highly recommend it.
Oh, I was going to say to Chris Artella in the chat earlier that I saw while I was out today, I saw the manga for Attack on Titan. There's like 11 books.
Oh, that new episode was fucking fire today.
Like 11 or 12 books. But like what was weird about them, and I don't know if this is true for all manga because I had never really read it, is that you have to read it from right to left.
Manga.
Yeah, that's a Japanese thing.
Yeah, I was just like, that's just okay.
But I know that.
You're American. You are so fucking American. You know that?
I was
flipping through it. The world revolves around you.
I was flipping through it, and it looked like the first 2 books covered, I think, like the first maybe 6 episodes of season 1.
That was like the opposite of a sneeze. Like, usually, like, what the fuck? Like, usually a sneeze is like all of a sudden you're like a short inhale, and then you right, and then like a long exhale.
I was trying to stop me from sneezing, and it just kind of caught me.
Days was the inverse of a sneeze. It was like
it kind of caught me. I was like, it just like.
I thought you were gasping at what I said about like how like
you're like, and I had to read them right to left.
I went to grab my nose because it just happened so fast. Oh God!
I thought he saw something that he didn't like or something. I don't know.
I was like, he saw that Betty White actually did die. I thought he had a COVID attack. Yeah, that was awesome. Chris Arcella for $10. Oh wow, Jay. So Disney returning to what Hollywood studios used to be without actually being a studio production alongside a theme park. What goes around comes around. Full circle.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see the construction like from Hollywood studios actually. So yeah.
That's cool.
Be interesting. Interesting to see what happens.
Arson Panda for $69. $6.90. Yo, late to the party, guys. We're sadly in the age of censorship, agenda push, and PC culture override. You guys are our hope. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Arson Panda. We will try.
If I'm your hope, you're fucked. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And then Arson Panda for another $6.90. Have faith. Maybe they'll make a live action I'm Not Starfire that'll save DC.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Imagine if that's what they did. And like Hamada just comes out and goes, right, here's what we're doing. We're adapting every single DC young adult novel released in the last 5 years.
They're like, we do that. It's called CW.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll just play Tab for them, pretty much.
I'm going to watch Batwoman later.
Me too.
Hey, Lethal.
I watched your video, Lethal, and that trailer was like,
It's going to be great.
Oh
I'm going in blind. I wanted
to put the
look at Ryan. It's like fucking women. Shut up.
I just think of the SNL episode, like you're living in a van down by the river. When I think the second season happened.
With her plant.
This motherfucker called me British.
Yeah, he did.
Fucking Roundhouse kicked the shit out of you.
to be fair, this dude's like had retard level takes in chat all night. So
I don't give a fuck, man. You don't call an Australian a British person. That's fucked up, man.
Maybe he knew it and he's doing it to just piss you off.
Maybe.
Oh, he's going to get a flogging.
A flogging?
Yeah.
Beating. Yeah, beating.
A flogging's like what?
No, he didn't mean to do it. Look at his next comment.
What? Bet.
I'm waiting for Ryan to highlight it. It's true. British people do have bad teeth.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
The Great Book of British Smiles.
Yeah.
What were you trying to say before, Ryan? Sorry, before these two women rudely interrupted you multiple times?
I just wanted to point that out. To you so you could address the slander in chat against your name, against your Australian name. I do have a question. What do you think? Real quick, but I don't want to get too far into it because it's stupid. What do you think of Ray Fisher in general and how what has gone on has affected people, like potential people's enjoyment of the Snyder Cut?
Oh my fucking God.
Some people saying that they want to boycott HBO Max, all these things.
Really? It's fucking weird, man. Like you see these, like, you and me and Steph and Mara, we're both, we're all released the Snyder Cut people, and now you got saying Snyder Cut people saying boycott HBO Max. It's like, motherfucker, they're the ones that gave it to us.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay. And then, I mean, a few hours ago, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. You had Ray Fisher tweet out that thing saying, keep the hype going for release the Snyder Cut. He wants to see it. I mean, we all want to fucking see it.
He has to do that. He has to do that because of the stir he caused the day before.
Oh, yeah. He keeps stirring shit, man. Like
the problem is,
I think a lot of what he said is probably true, but me believing it's true and proof are two very different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like Ray Fisher needs to learn something called tact, because there's basically lose some battles but win the war. So stop running your mouth and stirring the shit up all the time. Just take a step back, and then when you have a bomb to drop, nuke the bastards. Pretty much.
And I feel he tried to do that when he put out that audio clip. But I could bring Steph up and go, Steph, okay, let's just make this clip right now. I mean, hypothetically, that is possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just feel like if everything he's saying is true, it will come out that it's true, one way or another.
Yeah. Well, and then the BITW says there's proof. Check his latest Instagram post. If it's the audio that he leaked of him on the phone with the investigator, when the investigator just says, "Hey, we find you credible," that's basically what he leaked. Come on.
It's such a messy situation, man.
It's nothing there. And like, to me, I'm with Lilo. I do think that some fucked up shit happened. I think Joss Whedon's an enormous piece of shit because it's not just Ray Fisher, right? Jason Momoa has come out and support him. Gal Gadot has said that she was very uncomfortable with a lot of the shit that happened on set. The stunt woman for Gal Gadot says she was very uncomfortable with shit that happened on set. So I do think that a lot of shit went down. However, you can't just to me, I think that he should be taking it up the proper chains and continuing, staying there and continuing to fight the fight. Instead of what he's doing now, it makes it look like the same thing. If Gal Gadot came forward and said that she was, sexually harassed by Joss Whedon, if she came and said that and claimed it and told everybody that this happened, and I was like, well, I mean, I probably believe you, but I need to see some proof. We can't just take people's words. It's just he said, she said, and it's not how you can run fucking society, right? It's the same thing if someone says they got Me Too. I'm like, I'm really sorry that happened to you, but before we cancel this dude and castrate this dude, we need to see some evidence. And I know from his perspective, he thinks it is. What I see happening right now is a shit ton of people getting turned off by Ray Fisher, who are then going to hate the Snyder Cut because he's involved in it.
Yeah,
that's what I see happening right now.
I've been saying that for a while as well. He's kind of adding fuel to the Berg fire.
Yeah,
which is such a shame. There was that thing where they confirmed it's they did write him out of Flash.
Yeah.
So it's just starting this whole fucking crazy chain of events, man. It's like I said before, if he has something, drop it.
If he should just take a page out of Zack Snyder's book.
Yeah.
Just fucking sit there and wait.
Yes.
Just sit there and have some patience. It'll come out. Stop stirring the pot. All of these, your castmates have come out and stood next to you. They've come to bat for you, and you're making it work. You're making things worse for them. This whole push for the Snyder Cut is finally happening. And everybody is so around him is so supportive of Snyder. This whole thing and everything around him, though, around him is it's almost as if this move, but what about me? But look at me. Yeah, this has happened, but look at me. Look at what happened to me.
That's another issue. It's
okay, just hold on, chill. We'll get just wait. It's not wait your turn, but it's kind of you need to have some patience. It took.
Also, he was trying to capitalize on the BLM stuff that was happening last year and the focus, that focus. He was trying to capitalize on the fact that he's black and he's claiming Joss Whedon is racist. So I think he was trying to do something like that last year.
Yeah, I totally believe that Joss Whedon's the biggest piece of shit to ever exist, man. He's a pretty bad he sucks. But still, I got to see something.
True. Basically, or at least, wait until the investigation is done, because the investigation is going to ask his castmates, what happened on sets. And they'll compile all that basically evidence, and it'll come out eventually. You just lose some battles, shut up, sit back, don't stir the pot, and then when that bomb is dropped, you can say, "I told you so."
Well, I don't think sit down and shut up and don't do anything is necessarily the right. What he should be doing is continuing to fight this battle internally. The problem is there are people that want to support him in things and with that, but making it public.
Yeah, I don't mean that's shut up on social media. Shut up on social media. Stop stirring that pot, basically.
Correct. Yes, and because in the same way we talk about Disney's never going to sit there and like apologize to you for the sequel trilogy or anything like. You can't expect a corporation to fucking do that. Same way you can't expect Warner Brothers to really do that. But that doesn't mean that things can't change internally, you know. And if you make a big scene continuously, even if some people are maybe trying to help you and trying to help things happen, but constantly everything happens, you put them on blast, they're eventually just going to cut ties with you because you're not worth the hassle. And unfortunately, that's what we're seeing. So any positive change you could have had from this is gone now. That's how I see it. And I think it's just going to be a lot of people that are turned off by Ray Fisher's appearance because that's the way they view him now. Jay, last word will be Jay on this because he's someone who is not invested in this shit. What do you think of Ray Fisher?
I have no idea what's going on. I plan on watching the Snyder Cut whenever it comes out, and I don't know anything. I don't know. I had no idea what y'all are talking about. I don't care. I plan on seeing it. So that's just me. I'm not keeping tabs with it, but I know like DC people, like Fatal J's in my Dark Council chat. Him and Abu Nas talk about it. And the rest of us scroll through, and the rest of the guys are like, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. And so it's just, it might be more internal than it is for us newbie normies or whatever that we're really happy to see the film. Like I really want to see it. So, you know, that's just me. I have no desire. I have no idea what's going on, nor do I want to jump in the rabbit hole to find out what's going on. So
basically,
that's all. I heard there's abuse. Like I heard all I know is this, that all I know is Joss Whedon is an idiot. Like that's all I know. He had like the Flash touch Gal Gadot's boobs or something. Like she didn't like that. That's all I know. That's all I know about this whole situation.
He didn't just do that. Oh no, there was a scene in.
Is that not part of it though?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a scene in Justice League where Flash falls on boobs. Yeah. And Gal Gadot didn't want to do it because it made her feel uncomfortable. And even the stunt woman felt uncomfortable doing it. But that was Joss Whedon putting his touch on the film. But Ray Fisher,
stupid. That's not DC.
Make claims of racism and quote unquote like abusive behavior or whatever. But that's all we have is what Ray Fisher is saying pretty much at this point.
Yeah. And if he has more to drop, fucking drop it at this point. You already lost your job on Flash. Like as soon as Justice League comes back, just fucking drop it because it like all that we've heard from him so far is the stuff about his barber not getting credited.
Yeah,
come the fuck on.
See, I think if there's like big news where people are getting fired and in trouble, then us normies might take a peek at what's happening. But yeah, other than that, I really have no idea.
Fisher was fired from the Flash movie, so technically there is that. But
well, he was written out of it. Yeah,
the one thing that he may be waiting for is for the Snyder Cut to come out before he just goes full nuclear.
That's my as soon as it drops. Yeah. That is, if he doesn't drop something within the days after that,
he doesn't have
then he doesn't have anything else. That's kind of how I see it. So that's about as long as I'll continue entertaining his shit.
But the thing with it, just like what I was saying before, someone comes up to you and says, Joss Whedon did this, Joss Whedon did that. You go, yeah, I believe that. I believe that, but we got to see proof. Because Joss Whedon's one of those people where it's pretty fucking easy to believe anything like that. But
and his castmates have backed him, so you do have to take that into account. That other people on set felt like something else was going on, but they're handling it in a different way. Daniel James for Aussie $7.99. Jay doesn't even know where he is. He's surrounded by the blinding lights of Hollywood these days.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know where I was before all that stuff too. So you really must know the truth.
Florida.
Yeah.
I see Elaine talking about the ball on my hat.
If you ever wonder
with his balls.
If you ever wander out of your retirement communities, there's someone there to bring you back.
He's got the finger around his wrist. See, they know who to.
Please return to.
I have a ball of yarn. Yeah. And I just follow it.
Just fucking lay ho-hos.
Zebra cakes, man.
Zebra cakes. Oh my god.
They were buy one get one free, so I bought 6 boxes.
What?
Is that what you tweeted? Zebra cakes?
Yeah. They're so good, man.
I literally like busted out laughing when I saw that tweet.
Steph doesn't like my post, but she just comments like, "Why are you tweeting this?" I'm not gonna like it, but why are you tweeting this? Like that.
I mean, you're not really wrong with them being good, but 6 boxes.
Well, it's buy one get one.
I laughed
free.
so hard.
It's buy one get one free. Don't you understand that?
Didn't they put a limit on that for the diabetic children?
I have 12 boxes in my house. Well, right now I think I have 8.
You were just proud of yourself for like your shirt being too big, and now you bought like what 6 boxes of zebra cakes.
Well, I'm pacing myself.
He's got to make his shirts fit again.
Yeah. No, I was so happy, man. Like these 2Xs aren't fitting, and I got to get new jeans. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
very happy.
I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. I need new jeans. They're baggy.
It's always giving you downsizes and not up. So.
Yeah.
But we have been going 2 hours and 20 minutes, so I am gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna let all my hosts plug themselves first. We'll start with
you said host.
I was gonna say like host.
He said hose, didn't he?
I did.
Did you say hosts or hose?
So we heard you say hose.
I think I said hosts.
He said hose. He said hose, but he's next to a woman. So
but he was saying ho ho before about the Debbie cake.
Oh, well, I think I said I let my hosts plug themselves first, but I'll let my hoes plug themselves, and then we can go.
That works better, I think.
Go ahead, Mara.
All right. Okay. I'm Jade. I go by Jade Shadow on YouTube. I will be putting out videos this week and doing possibly a live stream during the week. If not during the week, then definitely Saturdays, 10 p.m. that I do with My Nerdy Home, 10 p.m. Eastern, Talk Nerdy to Us, where we break down pop culture news and give our opinions on the stupidity in the world of pop culture. And I'm also waiting for something to happen because I'm fixing up my Twitch page. So I will be returning to Twitch in the near future as well. I showed Steph what I was working on.
Oh, nice.
So, so like when you go there, it'll look a little bit different pretty much. But I'm waiting for something to happen first before I do that.
I plug myself with ho-hos. Is that a fucking like masturbation joke that's going over my head?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Means she eats ho-hos. That's what I think it means, but it doesn't sound that way.
But
nah, dude, she's thrashing herself.
For all of you in the chat, that are saying, "Oh, he said hose," just own it, Ryan. You know me. Don't you think that if I had said that, I wouldn't be like gloating and owning it? I don't give a shit. But no, I said hosts. But
that's pretty much the sum up. Videos this week, maybe a live stream midweek, live stream Saturday definitely, and I'm working on my Twitch channel so I can return to streaming on that channel with either Witcher 3 or Destiny 2 or some other game that I'm playing right now.
And for the record, the masturbation joke's not me taking a dig at her. It just sounded like a really weird way to describe masturbation. Ryan needs to shave his face. He looks like a homeless raccoon. Agreed.
That was a bad translation. It's not November. I don't know. Everyone's split. Anna's very vehemently anti-facial hair on me.
I mean, I like facial hairs on guys. It just needs to be trimmed up a bit.
I just think you look like shit, man. You got to get rid of it.
I'm trying to grow it out so then it looks nice when I trim it up. So we're going to go about another week or two. We'll see.
All right.
Steph, what do you got going
on? Not much, really. I'm just busy in my personal life, but you can follow me on YouTube and Twitter if you like.
There you go. Subscribe to Steph and follow and all that good stuff. Lethal, what do you got coming up?
Oh, Batwoman review, baby. Later tonight. From Tonight Me. Batwoman review. It's going to be lit. It's going to be fucking lit.
I shouldn't have to play Mario Kart because I would really want to do a Batwoman review and hop on that, but whatever.
Yeah, and then a bit before that, though, I'll be on Twitch. Maybe Ryan will join. Maybe Drunk will join. Probably not, but maybe. Steph, you look good with glasses.
I get nervous playing with you guys. That's the honest truth. When you hopped on with Krista, I got super scared.
You got 0 points
or what?
You got 0 points
because Lethal's like, God dang it, Jay, 0 points? How you get 0 points in a whole game? I'm like, I'm nervous.
Wait, in a Call of Duty match?
Yep, 0.
Well, also
Zero. So,
Jay is the guy that did not know what the directional pad was on his controller.
I know.
That is impressive because that would mean you never even put a bullet in someone who then 10 seconds later got killed. Like, then you do get at least some point. But yeah, man, achievement.
Yeah.
Jay, what do you got going on?
February 10th, which is a Wednesday, is we're doing our big charity stream, and it's going to be really cool. The organization that we're working with is deals with child trafficking, so that's going to be my focus probably next week to get everything all prepared for that. And so it'll be cool, man.
Are they going to get hooked up with YouTube with that?
I got it all taken care of.
Okay, good.
Today, actually, I got the organization, and now it's connected with YouTube. So like the super chats will go right to the organization that we're using. I got that taken care of today, which was nice.
That's good, because that's huge. Because one, it makes it super fucking easy.
Yeah.
2, Google doesn't get a cut.
Yeah.
And 3, you don't have to worry about.
I don't have to fool with it. It's just
you don't have to worry about providing receipts to people.
So they're gonna because there's some videos I might want to show, and they're gonna. I mean, it's just I'm just talking with them and just making sure it's good. Everything is working well. It's just it's just putting the work in to get it done. That's all. So that's gonna be my focus till probably let's get that done. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, there you go.
Make sure that Steph really pulls off the glasses.
Can't deny it. Yeah. Do you wear those? Are those like computer glasses? They look like blue light filter glasses.
They are, yeah. I get migraines because I've been working really long hours. So I've been getting a lot of migraines lately. So I've had to wear these.
There you go.
That's like 10, 11 hours a day. I'm staring at 2 computer screens.
Does it help?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a blue light filter on my phone, but these probably are worse than that.
I reckon you should just wear those glasses, Steph. You're killing it. You're killing it, gal.
I mean, I have prescription glasses, but I don't need them to see this close. So I usually only wear them when I drive.
Krista told me that I should get some of those glasses.
I don't think women should ever drive.
What?
Shut up.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's a fucking accident waiting to happen.
Will said, "There's some whores in the South. There's some whores in the South." Thank you, Will. Little full Aussie. Yeah. All right, but that is it, Oz, for me. I'm going to be going on Twitch later, as everyone's already fleeing because we said we were going to end a while ago. For my patrons and channel members in the Discord, come hang out. I'll be doing there for about 30 minutes afterwards. So give me about 5 or 10 minutes. Go get a drink, take a piss, all that good shit. And then I'll hang out in there with you. For everyone that sent super chats and liked and shared all that stuff, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. You're awesome. To my wonderful hosts and the hose. Appreciate you guys being here as well. What do we end with? We'll end with this. We haven't seen it in a while. You'll see the return someday. Peace.
February, I think.
Hi.
Are you ready?
Here it is. The moment you have all been waiting for. Soon to be the biggest show in the world.